Whew. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Give me a minute here. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything's up and running. Last night I was pissed because chat didn't pop up until I couldn't get the chat box to work right away. Aaron's cooking. What's up? Mike, what's up? In before Flay stream starts. Fuck yeah. Mariners down 2-1 in the bottom of the night. I'm gonna try to avoid talking baseball as much as fucking possible. Whoa, whoops, no. Dude, you want to talk about a fucking disaster? Florida State. What unbelievable. Like, how the hell do you go to Virginia and lose a game like that? It's the biggest, it felt like such a trap game. I looked at it the whole way. I'm like, this is a trap, this is a trap, this is a trap. I think they got Miami next weekend, right? Who do you play in the playoffs? We're probably going to see you, Mike, after we beat the fucking Marlins tomorrow and the Reds lose to the fucking, listen, I know how you feel right now, Mike. I understand. I'm sure you're begging and pleading that the Mets don't find a way to the playoffs. Because you know just as well as I do, if the Mets get there, it's going to be belts to your fucking asses. The Mets just have to fucking limp their way there. Coaster Gamer, what's up, man? Coaster Gamer Guy Cats, how are we? 2 likes in 30 seconds? Yeah. Honestly, it's the most approval I've probably gotten on here in a long time. But anyway, I just saw we're playing the Cincinnati Reds as of now. Give it a couple days, Mike. Listen, I know you. I know guys like you. I understand like Dodger fans. Right now you're begging and hoping that the Mets don't find their way in because that would be your worst nightmare. And you don't got to lie to me. I know you're going to put on a front like you don't care. I know Juan Soto walking into your building next week would be the worst thing that could ever happen to you. But anyway, so I want to talk about other things. We got a bunch of different things. Baseball is just not on my mind right now. Can we do that random video thing? We never found LeBron. Wait, I thought Bill Belly was a good coach, but he's a dumpster fire. Yeah, I mean, when you see what's going on with Belichick and we see what's going on with North Carolina and what happened after Tom Brady left New England, you got to think that a lot of Bill Belichick's legacy was wrapped around how good Tom Brady was for all those years. I fully believe that he's a fraudulent. Absolutely fraudulent. I don't think I'm going to do the random video thing tonight, Aaron, but maybe. We'll see how the night goes. Now, something I wanted to talk about. I might have brought this up on stream before, but, obviously a lot of this talk with, the Tylenol, the autism stuff, we talked about that, right? I might have brought this up once, but this girl I went to college with, right? For, some reason recently, she's been talking a little bit about how, she's been obsessed with finding out that she has autism or something. And this girl, I knew her well. I went to school with her. We were friends. I'm telling you, this girl, there's no. It's just it pisses me off because this girl, for months was claiming she has autism, and now all of a sudden, she was all over. I got to find out if I have autism. I'm going to get diagnosed. And then all of a sudden, there was no announcement of what the prognostic said or whatever the diagnosis. And now she's just claiming that she has autism all the time. And I'm telling you, I've known this girl. I've met this girl. I knew her for 5 years. I don't understand why she's so obsessed with being autistic now, especially coming from somebody who has it in their family. No, I don't have it personally, but my sister having it. It's fucking crazy to me. And I don't understand it, dude. I'm more afraid of little brother than the Mets. Mike, you don't gotta lie to me, man. Florida State lost. I can't believe that. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, Carter. It's she pops up once every couple weeks, and I've been dying to just pop in and go I've been dying to just answer her honest or DMing her on the side and go, hey, so what's the reason for you being wanting to have autism all of a sudden? It's so fucking weird, and she's constantly sharing these memes about what it's like growing up with autism and stuff. I went to college with the girl. I know the symptoms of autism. She does not have it. It's fucking crazy to me. I just I can't. Mets fucking might miss the playoffs. How you feel? We're not talking about the Mets. Listen, I'm gonna start banning everybody that brings up the Mets tonight. We're not talking about that. Everybody's getting banned. Ever see the movie No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence? Fucking hilarious. Oh, great movie. That's a phenomenal movie. Jennifer Lawrence is a really good actress and like doesn't get enough credit for how much range she has. She does like a lot of different movies with a lot of different like what's the word? Point of views and shit. She could be on the spectrum. I mean, Carter, she might be on the spectrum. Listen, I get the idea that she might be on the spectrum, but the problem is she does these things where she fully blames like everything that's happened in her life around like autism and stuff. And I understand there's different levels to the spectrum. I'm not trying to gatekeep autism by any means, but like for a girl that went to school for 4 years, I went to school with her. For a girl, like she went to school, graduated college, did all these things, and all of a sudden her life is just not exactly going in the direction I feel like she wants. So she's like looking for a way to blame something. I just don't buy it for a second. Like I knew this girl, I knew her well, and it's very very confusing to me why she's like, again, she could be on the spectrum. I understand that anybody could be. I feel like in a way almost all of us are on the spectrum at some point, but it's weird to me. It freaks me out a little bit that like somebody so like it almost seems like she wants it, and it's very odd. Flay, I know you have a sister with autism, so it's sad people are using it for clout. If that girl actually has it, that's sad. No, I understand, Aaron. I'm telling you, as somebody who knows what autism and understands it, like I knew this girl very well. There's just no way. Could always be worse. You could be a Patriots fan. I don't know if that's not that's bad. So if I get a headache and fever, what should I take? I mean, as long as you're not pregnant, Mike, take Tylenol. I don't know. Like, honestly, here's the thing. Tylenol did say a couple years ago that they're not, like, that you shouldn't take, they don't have any research into, like, taking it while pregnant. But, I don't know. I've taken Tylenol my whole life. I don't see it causing autism. I don't think, there's only been, like, correlations. There's never been, no, I mean, there's never been a correlation. There's been, like, coincidences more than anything. I am super ADHD and it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, look. There might be people ADHD, autism are two different things. Like in my opinion, it's similar but different. It's probably choke some water. Choke some water. Listen, I'm a big believer personally. Me, I don't take medicine that often. The only time I've really taken medicine is for my shoulder. Like I've taken like ibuprofen, but other than that, I avoid any sort of pill. I'm a big believer. I don't like to take antibiotics. I don't like to take anything. I've seen it too often with people close to me, not like friends or anything, but like people like friends of friends and stuff that like, they take something, they take some sort of medication, like some over-the-counter, like real strong prescription drug, and it ends up ruining their life, and I just don't want to be that guy. Only brilliant people believe Tylenol is a cause of autism. Oh, 100%. There's no real correlation. There's no actual proof of it. You shouldn't take it in excess when pregnant, just like how you shouldn't take it in excess at any time. Exactly. That's exactly the right point there. But what I can't stand is people who are all over social media right now that are like, you got these people that are just nauseating fucking, they want to be like the most political person on the planet. They're taking Tylenol while pregnant just to be like, oh, fuck you, Donald Trump. Like, why would you do that? Like, to me, that shit is so fucking stupid to me that people like are going on social media who are pregnant. People who are pregnant. They're on social media and they're going, hey, I'm going to take a bunch of Tylenol to just fuck you, Donald Trump. Like, if there was any concern whatsoever as a pregnant woman, you shouldn't be doing something like that. If he didn't have any proof, why did the president say that? I have no idea. I literally don't know. I don't know why it came up when it did. I don't know why it's something he decided to come out right then and there. There was no proof. I don't know. He's somebody that likes to jump the gun. We've known that. But I can't speak for him. Man, my cousin used to live with me. He had autism and he didn't act like anything that she has. Yeah. No, it's, like I said, it's tough. RFK claims, which I don't, that Tylenol gives you autism. Yeah, that was RFK who's, yeah. But there's no scientific correlation between the two. The president said a lot of things without proof. ADHD ain't a real thing, though. Yeah, didn't it get taken off the list or something? You could take it while being pregnant, but obviously just don't massively take it. Well, that's the thing. Everything's risky when you're pregnant. At the end of the day, anything you're taking, your baby's taking. So, like, you got to be careful. Apparently, they took ADHD off the spectrum. It is real. I believe it's real. I'm 100% a believer that it's real. But I think they, like, took it off the spectrum. Again, I just feel like this girl's using it as an excuse for like where her life is at. I'm getting yelled at. I know ADHD is a real thing. I'm aware ADHD is a real thing. Very well aware. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying it got taken off the spectrum. I'm pretty sure they don't necessarily diagnose ADHD anymore. She could have OCD, that's fine. ADHD is real, ain't no way it isn't. No, I agree. But it isn't that like wasn't that the disease that got taken off the spectrum? I'm pretty sure like it is real. It's just I don't think they diagnose anybody with it anymore. Oh, that's ADD. Wait a minute. No, that's ADD. ADHD. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. ADD is the one they took off the spectrum. I apologize. Did you hear Dr. Oz say he was jumping the gun? Dude, I don't listen to any of these fucking people. No. ADHD is real. Is also overdiagnosed by doctors who don't want to figure out the disorder you actually have. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. No. People throw ADHD around, but it's ADD I'm thinking of. I apologize. Attention deficit disorder is the one that got taken off the spectrum. It's not the spectrum ADHD, but other people can think in class. I can't think for shit. Well, yeah. No. People have ADHD. It's a real thing. I am not trying to claim it isn't, but ADD is the one that got taken off the spectrum. They just call it ADHD. But Dr. Oz, that like any of those like TV doctors annoy the fuck out of me. Oh boy, we're off to a ripping rockin' start tonight, huh? Oh my god, I hate when people diagnose themselves with ADHD like we have to treat with special care. Yo, if like my kids want a bird, should I get them one? What kind of bird are we talking? Birds last forever. That's the thing. Like if you got a parrot, those things last fucking an eternity. I hope they're ready to fucking take care of that thing when they're in their 40s. But Jocelyn, I agree. I think people that just like, unless you go to a doctor and the doctor gives you the diagnosis, like to just use it as like an excuse when you don't have, I don't tell anyone I have ADHD. I mean, I think the people who have ADHD don't like telling people they do, and the people that don't have it like to say, they do. But again, people could tell when they have ADHD. It's not hard. But to just use it, people throw it around like by doctors and self-diagnosis. I agree. Ardell, I'm with you on that. I think it's a term that's thrown around way too often. Yeah, parakeet. I don't know if those last as long. I'm thinking of a parrot. I remember my aunt had a fucking parrot that's still alive to this day. I said had like it died. That motherfucker is still alive. Fucking cracker. That fucking bitch cracker. I hate that fucking bird. It's my aunt's bird, right? Little fucker bit me when I was like 7. Like, all I was doing was giving it a fucking treat. I was giving it a little fucking cracker. He bit my fucking finger. So, when it comes to birds, I'm not a bird guy. I think people who say they have ADHD just consume too much caffeine. I think it can mimic it, sure. In some ways, like, it gives off the similar, like, jittery tendencies, but I don't know if that's only the case. ADHD folks can easily tell other ADHDers. I'm sure. My mom's childhood parrot when she got in her teens is still alive and well with my grandma. Yeah, those things last. Birds tend to live for, especially the parrots. I don't know if the parakeets are the same way, but parrots, forget it. That thing, if you get that, you better be ready for a lifetime of having that motherfucker. And fuck my aunt's parrot. Like, that fucking parrot bit me on the finger. I will never forgive that motherfucker. But ADHD ain't real, in my opinion. I don't agree with that at all, Jocelyn. I don't agree that ADHD isn't real. I thought they took it off the spectrum, but I was thinking of ADD. I don't see why people complain about ADHD when they're on medicine because, like, I have a coworker who takes so much medication and somehow I can't listen to me for 1 second. Huh. ADD was never part of the autism spectrum. They are separate conditions. It's mainly... Yeah. No. It's its own fucking thing. I didn't mean to call it, like, on the spectrum. I'm talking, like, in terms of... what do you call it? Just in terms of any diagnosis out there. I think sometimes autism can be mistaken for ADHD. Like, I think they can be mistaken for each other. It's not the same spectrum, but it's the same, like, it's stuff that can mimic each other. Swig of that CVS moonshine? Oh, yeah, always. It is real. It's war between your body and mind. 100%. No, I think it's 100% real. Absolutely. Damn, that hat big on a little head. No, it's just like containing all the fucking thoughts in my brain because I got a lot going on in here. But Connor, what's up, man? It's just like it's one of those things that like I said, I keep seeing this girl every day. She's sharing memes about like how hard it is to have autism in your day to day life, and like I always say, I'm like you're just not happy that you got a degree in college and you work at Texas Roadhouse. That's what I'm like. You know, it's fucked up, but like I feel like she's just making an excuse. Like I said, I knew this girl well. Like there's just no way. Fucking goddamn it. My wife is making me go to bed because it's 4:24 a.m. Just go in the other room. Lay on the couch. The fuck did this fucker get in here? Fuck. If I got that MD, I don't have that MD. I do not have an MD. I do not have... Absolutely fucking not. I do research. The Mariners are really good. Let me tell you, Alf, I would be very excited about the Mariners, especially in the American League. There is not a lot of competition there. I think the Mariners are far and beyond the best team in the American League. Like, I would... Like... I don't think the Yankees are that good. I don't think the Guardians are definitely not that good. The Tigers might not get in. Can we talk about Kim Kardashian's ownership of the Clippers? I did not know that was a thing. Kim Kardashian owns the Clippers now? Blake, can we see the Sammy D photo? I don't feel like getting up. It's in the other room and it's hanging on the fucking... I'll bring it in here next time so I can show it to you. I'm sorry. Cal Raleigh, the MVP, has to be. I don't know, Ardell, we were talking about this last night. I still think it's Aaron Judge. The numbers just favor Judge. Even like Cal Raleigh's having an amazing year, and still all these numbers point to Aaron Judge. Like Reds beat the Brewers. Yeah, Connor, I might have to mute you tonight because I don't need this. I don't need this. When I was at the doctor's Wednesday, the doctor told me I don't have celiac. It's more likely just gluten intolerant. Also, this bacteria, I was also tested for CSME negative. Huh. Gluten intolerant. So what's the difference? I don't understand the difference between celiac and gluten intolerant. I feel like that's... But I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you don't have celiac because that's all good. And I wonder what the difference is. I'll have to look it up myself. Judge should get the Hank Aaron. Cal is the MVP. Like I said, in other years they've given out the MVP. Like if they gave out the MVP for the most important player to his team, it's Cal Raleigh by a mile. It's Cal Raleigh by 10 miles. But they've been giving it to the best player for as long as I can remember. It's been Aaron Judge. Alf, in a perfect world, you'd be right. Who is winning, the Cubs or the Padres in the playoffs? The Padres. I don't think the Cubs are that good. I do not believe are that good. I think the Cubs are going to get chewed up and spit out. I think the Padres are a better team. Sam Darnold has played out of his mind this season. Same thing he did last year. You know, it's not even a surprise anymore. Sam Darnold is the truth, man. Sammy D is for real. Don't let anybody fool you. Jump on the Sam Darnold bandwagon. JSN as well, taking the superstar leap. His route running is as good as anybody I've seen. Genuinely. Like, JSN has like some of the best like route trees I've seen. And like again, I'm not a football expert by any means. Like, but anytime I see that guy running routes, it's unbelievable how like opening it. What up, Vanilla Vic, Danny Times, dude? Yeah, Indiana Jones, baby. Good for him. I'm happy for Daniel Jones, truly. Judge is the MVP. He leads in more stats than Cal. And Judge is about to win a batting title with 50 home runs. You know how absurd that is? No offense, but the Jets are where quarterbacks go to die, so are the Browns. You're not offending me. I know. I'm aware. Very well aware. I was so bored I was grinding Retro Bowl 26. Great game. I like Retro Bowl. It's good. It's good shit. Look at the bigger picture. MLB usually goes by stats for MVP. Yeah, they usually they go as fine by the stats as they can. Because if you wanted to, like last year, you look at like Shohei Ohtani winning the NL MVP. We could go into that discussion. Like you could have made a good case for Lindor being more important to his team, but Shohei Ohtani was the better player. Seems like as soon as players leave the Giants and Dayball's, they're good again. Brian Dayball is the most overrated coach in the history of the NFL. He's gotten so much rope with the Giants, and it's so undeserved. I can't believe he's still there. I guess they never gave him a chance with his own drafted quarterback, but still. Like, he had that one good year. He inherited a good roster, and ever since, it's just been a disaster. It's getting no godly in here. Well, it's different when the retro music. New York City is a vacuum of sports suck. That's all right. When the Mets make the playoffs and win the World Series, we'll come back to this. The face of MLB is Shohei Ohtani. I don't know about that. That's a weird one. It could be Ohtani. It could be Judge. It depends where you are. Like, Aaron Judge is everywhere around here. But Ohtani's probably the worldwide face of Major League Baseball. Yes. I don't know, Derek. The Colts are on fire, but so are the Rams. Colts will keep running. You think the Colts beat the Rams on Sunday? I don't know. I don't think so. Derek, I think the Colts are obviously a better team than we thought coming into this year. But I don't think... I think the Rams are just really good. I think the Rams are solid. I think they're better than the teams the Colts have played so far. I still think the Colts are good enough to, like, they'll be fine this year. I just think the Rams are probably stiffer competition than they've played so far. And on the road in Los Angeles, it's going to be a tough game. MLB's Western Hemisphere sport. Ohtani is not a household name in America, just a fact. I don't agree with that at all. I think Shohei Ohtani is probably one of the more like, in America? I don't know about that. I think Shohei Ohtani is absolutely, like, I think, like, everybody knows Shohei Ohtani, as far as I'm aware. Who going to win, Steelers or Vikings? I picked the Vikings because we freaking suck. Where is that game? Is that in Minnesota? Depends. Is Carson Wentz playing? If Carson Wentz is playing, then it's the Vikings. Ohtani's a household name in America easily. I agree. I don't think that's true at all. I think Ohtani's as household as it gets. It's in Ireland. Oh, that game's in Ireland. That's the Ireland game. That's right. Oh, yeah. Did you see that's the Dublin game. You're right. Did you see they were clowning the Steelers for, like, they went on a commercial flight over there? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Save some money. I'm having fun tonight. It's a little hot in here. It's a little muggy out. Fuck was that? My mom and sister do not know who Aaron Judge is, but they do know who Shohei Ohtani is. Well, I mean, you're also in LA, Mike. I think that's that kind of changes it. Obviously, being in LA, Shohei is probably like I would think he's one of the bigger athletes in Los Angeles currently. Yankees and Dodgers are the only known commodities to the layman sport fan. Yeah, like in terms of, like, people that don't pay attention. Yeah, probably. Probably more so the Yankees. I don't think the Dodgers might not even be in that category. The amount of Steeler fans in Dublin is crazy, though. A bunch of bandwagons. I'm going to be the only one in my group I'm going with on Sunday repping the Colts. I'll be at... Oh, yeah. Nice, Derek. I forgot. That's in your city, too. Nice. You'll have a great time. Your Colts are fun to watch. It gives you a good... Oh, whoa. I just, like, bit my teeth just came together, and that was just a really weird feeling. So I kind of trying to talk. No, that'll be cool, though, Derek. You'll enjoy that. That's great, going to a road game like that for your team. I'm either going to the Steelers-Colts game or Steelers-Bengals game. Which one would you rather go to? Oh, God. My Raiders suck and it's fucking brutal. Join the club. My football season's already over. The Jets realistically should be fucking 2-1 right now, and they're 0-3. Unbelievable. I hate football. I'd rather go to a Buckeyes game because it's more fun. Oh, college football is far more fun than the NFL. Going to games, it's 10 times more fun to go to a college game. It's 10 times more fun to watch college football. That's the right move, Connor. 100%. College football games are so much better. Mike's family don't know who Judge is, but my family 100% knows who he is being in Los Angeles. I just feel like Judge and Ohtani having, like, such big brands behind them, like the Yankees and Dodgers, and being these superstars, they're very recognizable people. I would imagine most households, most people that have any idea of sports know who those two are. Which is why they rigged them to play each other in the World Series last year. Obviously screwing the Mets over. My family's a big baseball fan, so I know. That makes it. That adds up. Pickles don't belong on burgers. Whoa. Court. Why would you come in here and say something so controversial? What What do you mean pickles don't belong on burgers? I love fucking pickles on burgers. Hold on. There's no way. You have to have a pickle on a burger. I think the burger is incomplete without the pickle, personally. But I've been to a Buckeyes game before at the Horseshoe, but I kind of want to go to Heinz Field. Pickles are so good on burgers. I agree. Who do you think's going to win, the Bears or Raiders? I kind of like the Bears. Pickles make the burger. I agree. I don't care what you say. It's Heinz Field. I didn't even know they changed the name, honestly. Just onions. You need pickles, onions, ketchup, and mayonnaise. You need all four. Maybe a little lettuce too. Amber, what's up? Amber Duncan's here. The ketchup mayo combo with onions and pickles. Lil Bro's here. What's going on? I was wondering if he was kicking. Our defense's ass, Mike. Yeah. I do think the Bears kind of found a little something, but we'll see. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I don't know shit about football anymore. I'm done. But check the weather. Just want to see how hot it's going to be tomorrow. I'd really prefer to wear long sleeves. Anyway, I fell asleep last night, passed out. Good for you. Ohtani has the most popular jersey sales in Major League Baseball, with Judge second and Freeman third. I'm not surprised. Like Ohtani with the obviously with the international pool, it's obvious that he's gonna be the number one. Depends on the quality of pickles, in my opinion. If it's like a McDonald's fake ass pickle, but if it's in and out pickle, different places. I don't know. I think all the pickles are the same. I don't care. I don't discriminate when it comes to pickles. I'm so done with school. What happened, Connor? Pickles for me, like any pickle works. My parents are up my butt because I failed the test. That's good parenting. Connor, listen, it might suck. It might feel like shit that your parents are all over you like that, but sweet pickles are disgusting. I think sweet pickles are great. It's not the end of the world. You're right. It's not the end of the world, but they're just on you because they expect better out of you, which is a good thing. It's good that your parents care. I'm back. Jess, what's up? Jessica Wood. How are we? Sour pickles are the best pickles. I agree. I'll take the sour pickles over the sweet ones, but they're both good. HFTV is back. We're back. We're all the way back. Everybody's back. I feel like everybody's here tonight. Fourth is Betts, fifth is Lindor, sixth is Soto. I'm not surprised. That seems like... Huh. What up, y'all? If you like me, say hi. That is not me. I don't even know how that's possible. Wait a minute. I love that I'm getting like fake accounts now. This is great. Dill, pickles are the best. You know what's funny? I say I don't discriminate against pickles. Dill is the one pickle I don't like. I am not a dill pickle guy. Habs a playoff team? I don't know about that. I don't know enough about the Habs this year. I know they got Noah Dobson, which, like, let me tell you something, Canadians fan. If you want to be in for the most nauseating minutes of your entire life, just wait until fucking Noah Dobson's out on the ice. I'm telling you, as an Islander fan, it's like he'll make like one really good play and then 5 fucking miserable decisions in a row. Sam Montalbaum is low-key good. He is. Montalbaum's is phenomenal. He had a really good year, and like I think people were not talking about it, but and listen, Noah Dobson's a good get. Like for a team that needed defense like that, Noah Dobson was the best player available, but I've seen a lot of shit. Noah Dobson's put me through so many fucking emotions. Like it's just I can't even get into it. This is my twin brother, George. I mean, lil bro. It's like, it's so obvious because you disappear and then somebody else pops up. Like, do you just have multiple personalities? Like, what the fuck happened to Gardner Minshew? I have no idea. I don't even know where he is. Flavor Flake Cap. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for calling that out. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I forgot I changed my name on here. Honestly, low-key, I forgot I changed that, so. Yeah. Getting kind of hot in here. Lil Bro using a fake Flay account. Yeah, Lil Bro's got like 9 burners. That's alright. I get it. I respect it. But a great question about Gardner Minshew. I have no idea. Petition to stop the NFL going national. I agree. I think the NFL going international like that, going all these places, is kind of fucking dumb. Um, it just like it doesn't do anything for anybody. He even made a fake Jocelyn account. He did. I remember that. The fake Jocelyn was odd. Probably the sketchiest of all of them. Otani is a degenerate gambler. Listen, you've heard the stories. You've heard everything. To me, it seems ridiculous to me that, all that money is coming out of your bank account and you have no idea. Like, I don't know about you guys. I'm somebody that, like, I'm on top of my bank account. I check it, like, all the time to make sure there's nothing there. I'd imagine somebody like Shohei Otani would be in the same boat. He has a picture of me. Yeah, that was terrible. Sure was your interpreter, but it was the perfect crime. People who still believe Otani should be guilty is delusional. What do you mean, Derek? Did you not hear about the guy? To be fair, I will say one thing. For Shohei to use his actual name, to use his real name to a bookie would be insane. But the fact that all that money was just coming out of his account, the bookie, you hear the story from the bookie about what he was saying, like how he was shook that like Otani was in the middle of a game and bets were coming in. Like, I get that part, which would make it seem like maybe he had nothing to do with it, but it's very easy for him to go, hey, throw this in for me. They're going to expand the NFL in Europe. They shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. They should not put the NFL anywhere else, because then you're going to have players not wanting to go there. It would be impossible. It would be fucking impossible to have free agency if you have a team in Europe or South America. What fucking player is going to want to go play in South America? Nobody. Boogie already said in an interview that he knew it was not Shohei. Well, I mean, he said that Shohei was on the field. They're going to put a team in Israel. I don't think they're doing that. I was in Mexico City when the Raiders played. Saw the bus going in the stadium. How was that experience, Mike? And, like, if you ever hear the phone call from Ipe, like, where he, like, admits to everything, it literally sounds like Rob Manfred sitting behind him holding a gun to his head. Like, I don't know. The whole thing still doesn't smell right to me. How's your night going? I'm chilling. Did you see the report that Roger Goodell is saying he would leave the door open for a possibility for having a Super Bowl on streaming in the future? That would be fucking crazy. That would be absolutely nuts. You know what the thing is? The NFL is going further and further. The MLB is doing the same thing. Major League Baseball is doing the exact same thing, where they're making it hard for, like, the casual fan to watch the games. And it's just going to weed out the leagues. Like, the NFL, the more and more streaming services that they come up with, because it's, I forget, I saw a thing like this year to watch every single NFL game. You have to pay like $3,200 or something. It's something insane. Like, it is an insane amount of money that you have to pay, or no, less than that. It's like maybe $680 something. I don't remember. It's a crazy number. If you wanted to watch every game, all the different streaming services you need, they're going to weed out the casual fans, and it's stupid. But you're right, cable TV is dying out, but they should make it easier for people to get the games. Mariners win it all this year. You think the Mariners win it all? I think the Mariners have a clear path to the World Series. The NBA is declining, though. Multiple owners are getting out while they can before it starts to collapse. What I can't understand with Major League Baseball is, the NBA, excuse me, the NBA. What I can't understand with the NBA is you see, like, the Saudis getting involved in golf and soccer. Why haven't they jumped into the NBA yet? I don't understand why there isn't a Saudi basketball league, because the Saudis could get so many people to come over there. I read that viewership for cable television has gone down 39%. I'm not surprised. Jeannie Buss, Mark Cuban, the Celtics owner. Yeah, everybody's getting out. You're right. It's got to be Lil Bro because he knows Flay's name. I mean, yeah, I've never hid that that's my name, but like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, dude. Why don't you just go back to your account? I'm sorry. He keeps saying he's like 24 and has a child on the way, but like, nobody behaves like that if they're older than fucking 14. There's just no way. The NBA is propped up by gambling now. TV rights are worthless. Gen Z doesn't watch TV. You're right. See? It is low, bro. Because of the NBA's connection to Israel, 14 of the owners are Jewish. Okay, that makes sense. Well, it doesn't. Well, that doesn't matter at all. To my point. My point is, why aren't the Saudis like creating their own basketball league? If they created a basketball league, think about the NBA with their challenges with like the salary cap and shit, where like guys who are making money in the NBA are like not making. They're making good money, but like with the money that's in like baseball, the money that's in like I guess like hockey too. It's the same thing. I don't know. I feel like a Saudi league could easily pop up and poach so many people. No, I know. My phone glitched out. It wouldn't let me on this account for a second. Damn. Flay, you told us a story about your nickname Flay and your real name is Rob. I remember. No, I told you guys. I never hit it. I misheard you. My bad. Yeah, no. Mixed MMA. That's fine. I'm just saying. Yeah, man. Guys like Jokic. I think it would take not a lot of convincing to get Nikola Jokic to play in a Saudi league. I think if they wanted to lay down a plan right now, they would have Jokic there in 10 minutes. Because if your Mets do not win, are you going to be sad? No, because I live in New York. I live in the greatest place on earth. I'll be fine. Jokic doesn't want to be in the NBA to begin with. He only wants to be in Serbia close to his horses. If the Saudis offered like a 40-game season where he's closer to home, forget it. I think he would jump at the opportunity. I think he would play for less. No one will watch that. Doesn't matter, Nathan. That's a thing. It does not matter to them. They have fuck you money over there. Flay's sweating his balls off with the possibility of the Mets missing the playoffs. Not at all. New York is the greatest place on earth. It is. Ardell, listen, man. I understand. You're somebody. You're not like gifted like me to be born and raised in a place like New York. It's the best. Like unlimited supply of horses. They could give him everything. Nikola Jokic would be there in a heartbeat. Jokic is going to come to Kentucky for all the horses? Maybe. I don't know. I think he's going to be in Serbia. It is not. No, Ardell, listen. I'm lucky enough to be born and raised here. It is the greatest place on earth. So, like when you have your little sports teams that run around, I understand that creates all your happiness. I get it. Like, you have to be happy through your sports teams because you're unhappy where you are. Me, I'm happy where I am. I'm in New York. I have the greatest city in my fucking backyard. It's the best thing in the world. No, New York is all that. Flay is one of the handful of people I know in New York that doesn't piss me off. Hey, listen. Again, when I talk about New York, when you want to talk about New York, like, you probably just don't live here, and you came here, you couldn't handle the bright lights, the shining, it's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of, baby. And some people come here, and their dreams die. They realize, like, I couldn't make it here. The bright lights. New York City is one of the scariest places I ever visited. See, even MMA couldn't handle the bright lights. Like, see, it's scary because, like, the lights shine so bright on you, it's like, oh, here we are. It's the pressure of being in New York. New York is kind of gay, he goes. Not at all. Bro eats bagels and yells at people on the street. I don't yell at people on the street. Not at all. I'm just lucky. I get to have good bagels. I get to go outside. I get to take the train. I get to take the LIRR to the greatest city on earth. I get to have any cuisine, and it's the best cuisine on the planet. Your backyard is water. You live on Long Island. Not true. It's a cesspool of violence and poverty now. Long Island is the part that isn't a shithole. Long Island's great. Flay yells at donuts. What? What does that even mean? Long Island's great, though. If you ever come here, come to Long Island. But you also have the greatest cuisine on the planet. Every cuisine. Italian. Asian. Anything. American. Whatever you want. You can go to New York City and probably get the best version of it. New York is full of prostitutes and gay people now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gay people. There's the West Village, that's pretty much gay. West Coast, Best Coast, you don't even agree with that. I agree, that's why I took a knee for the national anthem. What? What do you agree with? I saw 4 people overdose and an immigrant mother get accosted on the 4 train. Well, that's the 4 train. You don't never take the 4 train. There's no reason to take the 4 train. Like, the 4 train's a fucking disaster. Everywhere is full of prostitutes. That's the thing. Everywhere is. Like, you ever go to Nashville? I went to Nashville a couple years ago. The amount of fucking, like, just absolute skells running around there, it's New York, it's a little more like bunched together because they all are in one place at Penn Station. You have to go to Penn Station for everything, and it's the warmest place that's open to the public. So you see them all there for the most part. What is this live? Who are you, dude? I don't know, man. Who are you? Flower sniffer? I need banner. Why would I ban her? You can do whatever you want. Who cares what you do during the national anthem? I don't like. I think everybody's entitled to their own representation of what you want to do during the national anthem. I stand because I look at it as, like, personally, I look at it as I stand for the people that can't, for the people that fought for the flag, for my right to do it. Phoenix was bad. Phoenix is terrible. Phoenix is probably the worst city in America. I have family out there, and I don't mind telling them that. Phoenix is an absolute horror show. Yeah, Ardell, of course, man. And I look at you when I say that. Like, that's my belief for the national anthem. I stand up because it's people that I know who fought for it that can't stand up anymore. Is this some stream about American sports or something? It's about a bunch of things, Flower Sniffer. They were born and raised in New York City. They are legit New Yorkers, Derek. Wait, who? Connor must not be true New Yorkers. My friends in New York hate it there. Yeah, I mean, they must be people that were that moved here. Because if you're born and raised here, you know how to handle the concrete jungle. You know, not everybody's built for it. That's the thing. I understand. If you're not built for the concrete jungle, you shouldn't come here. Top 5 shittiest cities in the U.S. Go. What are the things about this stream is about? We could talk about sniffing flower if you want. We can talk about whatever you want. Everybody knows where the prostitutes are. That's a little suspicious. I said I know where the gays are. They're in the West Village. And there's no issue with that. It's just there's a whole... Not the West Village, excuse me, the East Village. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a bunch of, it's just like a very prominently gay area. Phoenix has some sketch meth heads for sure. No, nature have an ass. What do you mean? I don't want nature. I have the best city in the world. Why are some religious people so openly hateful of gay people? It's cool if you disagree with homosexuality, but you don't have to talk about gay people like they're below you. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not, there's nothing wrong with being gay. We need a new national anthem. It should be changed to America the Beautiful. Why? Why would you change it? Can I tell you what's the most insane thing? Like, I don't want to even go there. I shouldn't go there. Portland got to be top 5. Portland's up there. To me, Portland's up there. Phoenix is up there. Just absolute dumps. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other bad cities right now. I heard, I might have heard this from you, Ardell, but I heard it from other people too, that Rapid City, South Dakota is the worst place, is probably the worst place to go. It's if you drive through South Dakota, you don't stop there. Anywhere in NorCal. San Francisco's bad too. San Francisco is extremely expensive and fucking full of homeless people. It is not worth what you're paying. The national anthem was made by a slave owner. I mean, what? Did you hear about Ice Cube's bus being bombed? I didn't. Religions have caused most wars. That's why I always say religion in politics is always a dangerous road. Anytime people preach their politics with backing of their religion, it makes no sense. San Francisco is cool to vacation at, for sure. It is. But what were we saying? The national anthem was made by a slave owner? A lot of things were made by slave owners. Should we rewrite the entire Constitution? Should we rewrite every single document we've ever put out there? Listen, I'm not condoning slave ownership, but at the top, if you really wanted to dive deep into history, there's a million things we'd have to redo. Here we go, applying 2025 context to ancient history. Fuck off with that. I agree. It doesn't work. There's a million fucking things we could fucking dissect if you want to do that. America the Beautiful is an amazing song. Would be a much better song as the national anthem. It's not a bad song, but I don't think there's any reason to change the national anthem. I don't see it. I wouldn't do it. Christianity killed my people. Yeah, I mean, again, anytime you bring religion into politics, it makes things fucking 10 times more complicated. My bad, it's all good. Where's the water jug? It's right here. You said New York has gay people they are bad people overall because they are gay. Connor, don't act like the victim. I mean, yeah, no, I thought you were talking to me. No, I think I'm fine with, gay people being in New York is fine. It's just, there's a whole, it's funny that they have, their own little neighborhood. I just think it's you go to the East Village. You know you're in the East Village the second you walk there. There's nothing wrong with it. There's actually some pretty good fucking bars there. I would never, discriminate. There's a couple fucking really good dive bars down there. Honestly, God Bless America is kind of a banger. God Bless the USA is a banger. What is this big hat on your head? It's a Jets hat. It's Noggin Boss. You ever been to the Smithsonian? I have. I've been to the Smithsonian. I haven't been in long enough. I went when I was a kid. I'd love to go back because I think I'd have a greater appreciation for it. I'd love to. I don't cry about my people from 1840. I agree. I think, crying about something that happened, hundreds of years ago that, happened, blaming people for what their ancestors did is ridiculous. That's what I would say. I understand it's something, it's history. We need to learn about it so it doesn't happen again. But, there's a lot of things that we can get into when it comes to history. Whatever. I feel like this world would be more peaceful without religion. Do I have a wife or kids? No. Everybody says, no, I wasn't talking to you. Yeah, I read it halfway. I kind of got what the hell are we doing here? We mind our business? We're trying. Someone said that about Catholic people, Connor, you would be crying. I'm fine. I'm 12% fine with gay people. Most of them push my buttons during a conversation. Wait, hold on, Connor. Why 12%? Why are we at 12%? Why do we come to that number? I'm sorry. My birthday is 11/11. I'm either going to the Smithsonian or a Cavs game. Which one would you rather do? You can go to the Smithsonian any time. I'm just dying at 12%. I'm at about 12%. Connor's gay tolerance meter's at 12%. What's going on here? Yeah, it was the 12%. Yeah. Out of the 100 gay people, who are the 12 people you're okay with? Catholic religion is the biggest scam. Derek, I think people that take advantage of religion, it's any religion. I said it last night, and don't get me started on Joel Osteen again. I fucking hate that guy. People that take advantage of it, people that use it to take advantage of vulnerable people are fucked up. 12% is just the tip. That might be the funniest thing anybody's ever said on here. 12% is just the tip, he goes. I take a fat sip of water on that one. I need a break. You guys are killing me tonight. Free country, Derek. Don't go to church if you don't want to. I agree. I think, there's a lot of churches that do the right thing. A lot of churches that are preaching for the right reasons. A lot of churches that do great for most churches. I would say 99%. It's the people like Joel Osteen that I can't stand. It's one of those things, and we can take that. We could use this example for a lot of things in life. Just because there's some people bad, just because there's a couple bad apples, doesn't mean the whole bunch is rotten. And we could use that phrase right there in pretty much anything we talk about. Because the other 88% went out the window. What? What does that even mean? Yeah. Who is this? Derek, are you on job contract at the moment, or are you looking for a job? Me? Am I on a job? No, I have a job. Moral code matters. It matters less when it's derived from. Yeah, exactly. It's about the moral. It's the moral standing of everything. I don't judge a person if they're a bad person, they're a bad person. It doesn't matter what they think behind the scenes. If you're a bad person, if you're a bad apple, you're a bad apple. It's just the way it works. I'm a Christian myself. Most of the Christians I have met are some of the worst humans I know. Don't steal. Again, listen, MMA. I don't think you can. You can't just group up a whole group of people in that. It's like when people say when we get into the shooter was this, the shooter was that. Oh, the shooter was a Republican. Doesn't mean all Republicans are bad. Shooter was a Democrat. Doesn't mean all one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. Not if you get it out in time. Adam and Eve, homosexuality is very against the Bible. Connor, that's exactly. Liskino, what's up? We're talking Jody Meeks. Did somebody just bring up Venture? Did we just bring up Jody Meeks? Holy shit! I could talk Jody Meeks for hours. I thought Jody Meeks was going to be the next fucking Kobe Bryant. Can we get off this topic and try to hear Connor out on this one? Because, little bro, it's all based on religious beliefs. It has nothing to do with how people really feel. I think if you want to be religious and that whatever, and that's how you feel, that's fine, whatever. But It's a free country. You could do whatever you want. Like, you don't have to follow whatever Connor follows. If you want to go be gay, be gay. Nothing wrong with it. People can be gay if they choose to. Mind your business. Exactly. I don't care. Like, I don't care who you have sex with. Honestly, it doesn't bother me one bit. You want to be gay? Be gay. Y'all talking religion? I'm talking Jody Meeks. I'm good with. I'd rather do the Jody Meeks talk, but we get there sometimes. I'm sharing with you my experiences with my own community of Christians. I see what you mean. I know what you're saying. I misinterpreted what you were saying, MMA, and I get that. There's a lot of look. It's shitty when it happens to you like that. When you're in a community like that, I get what you're saying. From your experience, you met a lot of people that are. We don't need more Christian nationalists. We already lost a big one. What do you mean by that, Jocelyn? I won't explain the 88%. Yeah, be gay if you want. I could care less. I just won't talk to you. So you wouldn't talk to somebody because they're gay? As long as they don't preach the shit to kids, I don't care. Adults are free to do whatever. I agree. You know, I think there's a lot of things in school that shouldn't be talked about. I'm with you on that. Was Revis better than Champ Bailey? I think he was. If you want to be gay, be gay. Are you telling us something? No, I'm just fucking telling Connor that I think he should let people be gay. I thought Jared McCain's TikTok thumbs were stronger than that. True. It's probably how he hurt. It's probably from typing so much on TikTok. Bible has incest. That's definitely weird. Listen, there's a lot of things in the Bible. My sister's gay and I love her. Don't be a dick. My brother's gay. My dad came over here illegally, but I'm still somehow a Republican. Look, one of my freshman year suite mates at college was gay, and he ended up being one of my best friends for the last couple years. We lost touch, but, you know, nice guy. I never had a problem with him. This MAGA streamer didn't know Antifa meant anti-fascist. Who, me? Or are you talking about somebody else? Because I know that it means anti-fascist. I just said there's people, you know, that take that as like they can do whatever they want. Remember what I said, Flake? Gay people push my buttons in conversation. How so? No, not you. I was going to say, Jocelyn, I was going to say, what a fucking heel turn on me. Because I remember we talked about it. I understand that. I think, like, I sell weed to a gay couple, super cool dudes. Dude, I know plenty of gay people. There's plenty. Antifa are a bunch of pussies. Whoa, all right. Flay, it wouldn't be you if you don't claim MAGA. I was going to say, I'm gay. Do I bother you not? Oh, Connor? I think you do whatever you want. Be whoever you want to be. But you're right, Derek. Of course I don't claim it. I would never. I think those people, just like I think the other side, are fucking ridiculous human beings. Between the zesty voice or always asking for a dick in their ass, I don't know what pisses me off more. Connor, does that come up in conversation a lot? Hold on a minute. Does that come up in conversation when you're... I'm sorry. Like, are you telling me, Connor, that, like, anytime you talk to gay kids in your school, that's what they're talking about? Because that's crazy. If they're just like... If they're talking to you and they're just like, I'm just looking for some dick in my ass, that's crazy, dude. There's no way. If that's what's going on, then, like, maybe I understand why you're so against it. Like, if they're just coming up being like, damn, I'm just looking for, like, okay, then I understand why it's, like, obviously he's exaggerating, but, like, if that's actually going on, fuck. I don't use religion as an excuse. That's just another reason to not like him. Yeah, I mean, Connor, I think you're kind of hiding behind the religion, though, and I think that's where it gets complicated. Well, bro, I didn't see what you said. If you said something that didn't pop up. Sorry, I was gone, Flay. It's all right, Aaron. No worries. Flay, Wi-Fi was tweaking. Was it? But that's the thing, Connor. You're hiding behind the religion. You're trying to use it as an excuse to be like, I don't like gay people. The Bible was written by man, passed down through time. Times change like telephone game. I think God would have loved it. Yeah, I agree. Listen, I think the Bible could be, you know, it's the same thing. It's like with the times, things change. You know, people's beliefs, people's, what's the word? Tolerance change and shit. We all do eventually. Wait. Connor's a kid. He'll grow out of it. I'm sure. Yeah, Connor, I understand. I'm not exaggerating. I saw you said that. Yeah, listen, you're a kid, Connor. I think we have a lot of conversations here that, like, you know, I appreciate you being here, Connor, because I think you're somebody who's intelligent beyond your years. Same with, like, Goated. A lot of you guys that are here. Like, Connor, you're definitely somebody who's got a good head on your shoulders for your age. I think there's some things you'll realize when you get older that, like, it wasn't worth it. Did you see my last message? I think it clarifies my position. Wait, I didn't see what you said. I'm sorry. I didn't read it. I think my message may have gotten misinterpreted. If someone disagrees with the act of homosexuality, they should be allowed to believe that. My problem is when people use religion as an excuse. I agree. I fully am with you with that. I'm with you on that, Jocelyn. I think it's like Jocelyn, because I saw Jocelyn say it blocked. I'm with you on that. MMA. I think when people say like, "Oh, it's because of my religion," like it doesn't work like that. I searched my grandfather's name on YouTube and I saw a girl giving a guy a BJ. Search Ralph Guyton if you want to see, but I don't know why you would, Fly. Why would I do that? That sounds stupid. Whoa, Rick, take it easy. Joe Waters is here. What's going on, man? It's a rare Friday night stream for me. I had nothing going on. I'll probably put Jesus in a Boston crab when I see him. Jocelyn, whoever has you blocked must be triggered. I don't know. Who blocked you? What would have happened? When you're young and watch music videos, when you're old, you yell at the news. It's life. Yep, that's the circle of life. You know, when I was young, I was watching fucking Baseball Tonight, watching top tens, and now I'm at that age where I watch the news every day, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. Connor, I didn't see what you said. Hold on. What'd you say? You said you're not exaggerating. Dude, I wanted to go live, but was too tired after work. Respect you. I mean, I'm trying. Joe, you had a tougher day than I did. So give yourself some credit. Give yourself a break. I like Joe. What'd you say? You were at 250 subs now? Is that where you're at? Because that's good for you, man. I remember when you started. Like, I remember when you started the stream and when you started doing all this stuff. I'm so happy as far as you've came. I like the shirt, Flay. It's a Nike shirt. They say liberals are easily sensitive, but I met more right-wingers who get pissed off so easy. 252, good for you, Joe. I think here's the thing. And like I'm gonna stereotype both sides here. I think when it comes to like liberals, they are sensitive in a way, but they'll argue with you till the end of fucking time. Like, you know, right-wingers, they are sensitive too, but if they don't like what you say, they're just gonna block you and let it go. You know? Yeah, I got my fake Flay account in here, and well over 1K watch hours. Good for you. I have my what do you call it? The super chat stuff should be coming next week. It takes like a couple days for it to, you know, the hours to go through. I should have been there a while ago. I just had to delete a bunch of shit because I had it like copyrighted. But good for you, man. 1K watch hours is huge, man. You're gonna get there soon. You're gonna get monetized and like. Then I'll be able to send super chats. It's important to hear everyone. That's why I enjoy the stream. Always, obviously. I think it's great. I'm saying, like, the people that get, like, there's a lot of people that just block, like, you know what I mean? We all know Lil Bro. It is Lil Bro. Nah, it's Lil Bro. My phone was just bugging out, so I'm on my computer. Fuck yeah. I appreciate you admitting it. That's great. Why does religion hate gay people? I thought they were supposed to bring them together. It's a great question. I'm with you on that. I think when you really want to break down religion, it doesn't make sense that they're going to not tolerate somebody. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Little Bro's a chili maker. Fucking guy. My message just deleted itself. I don't know why. I'm not touching anything, Connor. I'm not doing anything. I wouldn't delete anything you say. Prior to 2020, it seemed like primarily liberals were triggered group. Now it seems like both sides are losing their minds. That's it. Listen, MMA. I think pretty much both sides have been losing their minds for a while. It's gotten worse since the pandemic. I think the pandemic kind of emphasized everything. I think the seeds were planted in the 2016 election when you had two horrific candidates going against each other, where people had to start getting extreme. I think COVID just turned it up to 11 when people were sitting in their fucking houses all the time, and that's you know what I mean. He goes, yeah, Flay is the fake Flay. What? Third time's the charm. I'll try it again. If it comes through, Connor, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not deleting anything. I wouldn't do that. Religious and non-religious. Yeah, I mean, wait. I wish that we would just come together as a country and support and love each other. That's the thing. If we just like found a way to get like people that are the extreme people like out of Congress and shit and started working together, like everybody that's in Congress now is like extreme and unwilling to work with each other. Once we come together and like, you know, we could disagree on things, have an argument, talk about things, and then when it's over, be like, okay, let's go have a beer together, or like, you know, all right, we got here, like we came to an agreement, we figured something out. It's not worth it. Man, the autograph he gave me is faded, man. Just fucking put it in a you gotta put it in a case, man. I'm the real fake Flay. How many fucking fake Flays are there? There's too many. I can't keep up. Am I fake? Now I'm wondering if I'm the fake Flay. I don't know what anything anymore. I don't know where anything is. What is life? What am I? Who am I? Oh, man. I think something just came in. Hold on, I think I have to refresh chat. I think it stopped. Give me a minute. Anybody said anything? I did not see it. Hold on. Sean Alexander's having a 14th child. I did see that. YouTube censorship is real? 100%. Yeah. Nobody's saying anything about that. This all started with Trump in 2016. I think it started with the election. I think the election itself brought the worst out in people. Like, to me, I think the two candidates, when you look at it, when you looked at who was running for president, you had Hillary Clinton 2001. Okay, yeah, that's fair. If you want to go even further back, you're right, Ardell. Like, it could go all the way back to that where things started getting nuts. But, like, do you have your live chat setting on? I do. Let me make sure. It is, man, on my live Wednesday, my mods had to keep showing messages for hidden. I don't know why. He made it more radical. I think both candidates made things more radical because neither side wanted to see the other one in power. I think everybody knew it was a terrible... it was two terrible candidates in 2016 that forced people to be so extreme. To blame one man is folly. It's insane. No, you can't. I think it was, and I'm not blaming either candidate. I'm not saying it was Hillary Clinton's fault or it was fucking Donald Trump's fault. It's the fact that people as a whole had to, like, pick a lesser of two evils sort of situation, you know, and because of it was a choice that nobody really wanted to make. I remember 2016. I didn't want to pick either one of them. Remember Satan's Alley from Tropic Thunder cracks me up. Yes. Great movie, by the way. Tropic Thunder is an all-time classic. Hillary was a demon as well. I agree. They were both bad. I voted third party during the year Hillary ran. See, like, I respect that there. I do. I think people are going to say, you know, you're wasting your vote, but I respect, like, standing up for what you think. I'm glad I have a dick. Nice. Tropic Thunder is fucking hilarious. It's one of the more underrated movies, dude. It doesn't get enough credit. It doesn't get put up there with some of, like, the greatest movies, like the funniest movies ever. It's phenomenal. I wanted Bernie to win. I was feeling the burn. I was with you on that. The Clintons are scum. Yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, I think I've been open about that. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016 because there's no way I thought another Clinton should be in office. How about Bill Clinton bombed Serbia so he could bang Hillary again? Hillary was clamoring him to bomb Serbia, and she, like, wasn't sleeping with him because that was after Monica Lewinsky. So Bill Clinton just bombed Serbia so he could have sex with his wife again. You ever hear that story? They're the worst. The Clintons might be one of the worst fucking political families of all time. I wanted Bernie as well, but when the Dems pushed him out, I went third party. I agree. I think the Dems felt like they had a chance to make history. I think it was the same thing with Kamala Harris. I think they looked at Donald Trump as not a formidable opponent, and instead they chose somebody, in both cases, who wasn't better than him. Julian Maxwell was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. You could see Jeffrey Epstein was all around the Clintons. Aren't we all just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude? I think that's pretty much what we all are. Think about it. When you think about it, it's true. The Democrat Party's in shambles now. Shit, they're all in Israel's ass, so it doesn't matter. No, Joe, you're right. It's actually pretty much exactly what goes on. What's up, y'all? My man is a streamer. Who the fuck? Cast, I went with Jill as well that year. I've tossed my vote to Jill Stein because I didn't believe Trump nor Clinton. I didn't like either one. I honestly, like, I respect people that vote a third party. I think it's a good thing to do, if that's what you believe. I think people, like, you got people who are like, oh, that's wasting your vote. I just got to the point where I was like, YouTube got to hop off. They're not letting you talk. I'm sick of my crap. Sick of this crap. My messages aren't going through. Why? I don't know why YouTube's giving you a hard time, Connor. I'm sorry. Are you swearing on them? Because if you swear, I think YouTube is very against that. Republicans are fucking insane, and a lot of Dems are soft when you try to go after Trump. Fuck. Test 1, 2, 3. It worked. MMA, your name is fantastic. It's great, right? He's packing a 6.4 inches. Damn. Sometimes I need to get permission from a mod or streamer. Yeah, if you have like a really... You could change the settings. I pretty much have everything that goes through. I have it set for that. Derek, I think both sides are insane. I think like just pointing at one group and being like the Republicans are insane. The Democrats are just soft. Like, no, they're both sides are insane. Swearing is permitted. Connor, maybe, do you have a setting on where, like, you're on kids or anything? Like, because you are 14. Do you have it set to, like, Phil, are you a boob or ass guy? Here we go. We're finally asking the real question. Ass guy. Through and through. Ass. I think they're both great. I wouldn't discriminate. But I like... Connor's a kid, that's why. If you have it set, Connor, to your account being... There is no setting. My account is 18 plus. Okay, then that's not it. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck. What a great reference. I like personality. That only goes so far. YouTube has Connor on childproof. They literally child locked Connor's account. Oh, bro, you have no shot with the baddie Church League MVP. Stop it. Yeah, Jocelyn is the Church League MVP. People forget. She's 8 inches taller than you two. Yeah, she's like fucking 6'2". I don't know who's who. That's the thing. There's 9 different Flay accounts in here. I don't think, unless Lil Bro's got one in one hand and typing in the other, I don't know how that would work. I'm thankful, bro, but what? Who's 5'10"? I'm not 5'10". I'm 6'2". I told you guys that yesterday. I grew. Fucking crazy. I don't know. I think Jocelyn's 5'10". I'm pretty sure. I said 6'2" to emphasize it. 5'11", excuse me. Thankful, bro, but the autograph is not how I imagine. What do you mean? Remember, Flay, Oilers doesn't know how to type properly? Yeah, I think, like, sometimes you hit send a little quick. Here in California, Newsom trying to pass Prop 50 so Dems can rewrite district lines to gain House seats for the next 5 years. It's 100% gerrymandering, and it's wrong. That's the thing. And, all the things, and Derek, not to call you out here, but, like, for all the things you have against Donald Trump, Gavin Newsom's doing a bunch of fucking shady shit out in California right now. It sent to me again, damn. Like, there was some fucked up shit going on out there with Newsom in California. Like, they are absolutely, they're all gerrymander. I mean, that's the thing, too. They do all gerrymander. But, like, Gavin Newsom is just like, he's trying to, like, sweep things under the rug. Newsom doing that because Texas tried to do it. Oh, no, I know. They did it in Texas, too. I'm saying, like, everybody does it. It doesn't, they do it everywhere. It's always trying to gain an advantage. I'm not just, like, trying to throw one group of people under the bus. I don't mean to. But, for sure, Gavin Newsom is just a terrible, terrible fucking leadership out there. My home state. 2 wrongs don't make it right. I agree. They're both wrong. Connor, if you were reported other places, it hurts you on other streams. I hope not. What do you mean emergency? What's happening? Sweaty. If they tried to cheat for Trump, then Newsom has every right to do that. Flay pissed his pants? No, I did. What do you mean? No, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Who tried to cheat for him? And how the hell is Lil Bro not censored? Red's a better color than blue, I get it. Well, hold on. I think we may be beyond the point of return regarding our government on both sides. That's the thing. I said it earlier in the video I made. We're at that point with the government where, like, it doesn't matter which side it is. It doesn't matter who you support, which side is doing it, right? The problem is both sides are doing the same thing. Both sides are doing whatever they got to do to try to line their pockets and put themselves in a place of, a formidable spot. Lil Bro's insane, dude. It doesn't matter. Like, neither party is better than the other one. Trump, again, Jocelyn, you keep pointing the finger at Trump, but both sides have been doing this for a long time. It's not Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump didn't create political fucking indecency. Stop running from it. What? Wait, did Lil Bro change his burner account? I have no idea. What did the left do? Dude, there's things. Look at all these people. Like, look at all these people that make so much money just being fucking congresswomen. Like, congressmen, congresswomen, all this shit. Like, you know, like a woman like Nancy Pelosi who's making like $50 million fucking dollars a year because she's got all sorts of insider trading information or whatever. She's made $50 million in her lifetime. Flay sold me broccoli outside Taco Bell. That didn't happen. We have very little choice. You have to elect someone that has been chosen for you. Exactly. And that the problem is, it never happens. You never get that. You never get the chance to choose somebody that's been chosen for you. But you see these people, you mean capitalism? That's not capitalism, Jocelyn. It's not capitalism when you have an insider advantage. It's called insider trading. That's not capitalism. Nancy Pelosi's like the greatest stock trader of all time. I wonder why. Mikey Sherrill, same thing, made $7 million in the stock market. It's not that easy. Your votes do matter in general. It's not capitalism. No, that's not capitalism. It's corruption. That's absolutely... You mean there's corrupt politicians? I did not know that. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's corrupt. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't come up with the word corrupt. But every single politician is corrupt in some way. You have to vote, folks. 100%. Like, most of them. A lot of them. There's a lot of bad fucking apples in politics. It's not capitalism. No, it's not capitalism. That's not the same thing. When she has an unfair advantage, when she knows when things are getting pushed through, when she has the ability to push things that would go into her favor, that's not capitalism. That is not the same thing at all. If you don't vote, you should have no say in politics. I agree. You want to fight, Flay? I don't want to fight. I'm just saying, it's a totally different thing. Listen, Jocelyn, you know me. I don't want to know. Wait, Flay should run for president? Jocelyn is the queen of pointing fingers at the direction that goes against her reviews. No, listen, Jocelyn, you know me. I'm a big Jocelyn fan. I got no issues with her. We're just having a conversation. In Mexico, all politicians are corrupted. Yeah, Mexico is a whole different story. Again, that's one of those things, too. We look at it like, you know, people say this country's so bad because of this. I'll knock you out. I believe it, Jocelyn. You definitely grab more rebounds than me. Jocelyn wants to go to war with you, Flay. I get it. Listen, that's the thing. At the end of the day, we're all friends here. I get it. But I'm just saying, it's a different thing when somebody has the ability to push narratives and push things to create their own... Like, I don't think anybody in politics should be able to trade stocks. I think it's, like, absolutely ridiculous when you have the ability to push the market whatever way you want. What do you think about the classic Timberwolves jerseys they're using this season? Best Timberwolves jersey they ever made. Elites, Flay, Joe Waters, high tiers, low bro. I'm tired of New Jersey fucking me over. What did New Jersey do to you, Shane? Let's just say that Philly is better than New York. Okay, in what fucking unrealistic world is that, Shane? Oh, my bad, Aaron. Listen, Jocelyn, you know, it's all fun and games, but it's different. It is capitalism in some ways, but the problem is it's under the fucking table shit. Like, you know, nobody's that good at fucking trading stocks. By the way, Nancy Pelosi's worth $270+ million. And how much does she make a year? Nancy Pelosi cheats in stock trade, and now Eric Trump and Don Jr. are somehow crypto billionaires. Same thing. Those two shouldn't be trading stocks either. I'm both sides. We need term limits on House seats. I think I think the House of Representatives, Congress, all this shit, you should be between the ages of 35 and 55, and you should get like 2 terms at most. I don't think anybody over the age of 55 should be doing anything for our country. When people say Mexico is better than the U.S., I tell them to go back. I agree. Look, sometimes you got to look at what we have in the U.S., and maybe it's not the perfect, but you got to look other places and realize how bad it can be. Wait, Jocelyn, how did you know? Wait, what? Taxes and living life. Taxes are horrible. Shane launching dirty Philly grenades. Philly's tough. You read that right. Yeah, no, it's crazy. They hate us citizens. $270 million for a lifelong politician doesn't add up. How many companies did Trump make go bankrupt? I'm sure there's a ton. No, Jocelyn, I'm saying as a whole, these politicians, I'm not even just pointing the finger at the Democrats. I'm not pointing either direction. These politicians as a whole are going to do whatever they can because greed is the most powerful fucking thing on earth. Shane, are you still wanting to move out of the U.S.? What was Shane saying? Shane, you were saying like Switzerland or something like that? Just want to get out of New Jersey and hope it's soon. Do you have any ideas of where you'd go? They make and break business due to their insider trading and hooking up with friends. Exactly. They're lining their own pockets by putting the money in the pockets of their friends and shit. They cancel other businesses. They do things to make sure businesses can't thrive because the money is going into their pockets in some way, whether it's through one of their friends that have a similar business or whether it's through some sort of insider trading information. Every politician does it in some way or another. Now, maybe not every single one. There's maybe a couple good ones. But Trump does it. His sons have done it. Nancy Pelosi has done it. It is not a one-party issue. It's a lot of people. It's corporate greed, exactly. It's not necessarily capitalism when it's an insider move. It is, sure, if you want to call it capitalism, it's capitalism. But when you have the power, the higher power, it's not the same thing. Flay, would you have wanted the Jets to trade for Micah in a trade center around Quinn and Williams? I don't think it would have helped much. I think the Jets are not in a place to be buying a defensive, like a pass rusher like that. I think the Jets need to clear cap and rebuild. There we go. I've been trying to stay better than leave. What I meant to say was the letters of the autograph are faded. I don't know. As long as somebody could tell it's him. I don't know. Corporate greed. For sure, it is corporate greed. Capitalism breeds corporate greed. I agree. Europe doesn't want you, Shane. Trust me. Yeah, it's not easy to just move. Like, you can't just move to another country very easily. You can't go there and accept it to work and live, I'm sure. The season's over. The Colts, Derek, they had to punt last week. The Colts look good. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones. Trump is definitely one of the most crooked people in the world. May not be number one, but still true. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that's the case. Question, do you think Donald Trump is doing a good job? No. I don't think he's the right person to be running the country. No. Greed exists regardless of government or whoever's in charge. Capitalism is just another tool and avenue for greed. Exactly. Capitalism is a way to put it in a bow. It's to wrap it up in a bow and say it's just capitalism. It's not. It's taking advantage of a position where you're supposed to be helping the people. Go Chargers. Oh, you must be feeling great. I think the Chargers are really, really good. Yeah, Oilers asking a lot of questions. What do you think about Aaron Glenn through 3 weeks? I think the Jets have played much better football these 3 weeks. Disciplined football, even though the Bills absolutely dominated them. I think the Jets are going in the right direction. They just haven't found a way to win games in the end, which sucks. The Jets could easily be 2-1 right now, but they're 0-3. I think Aaron Glenn's been fine. Sweden would be very welcoming if Shane wanted to move there. I don't know how Sweden works, but I know a lot of countries you can't just go. I think I'm the guy to lead the country. Damien, you think so? Maybe someday, man. Maybe someday you and me. Just make me your vice president. It's crazy. I always said I would never want to do anything in politics. I still don't. So, I'm just kidding. The Jets' interior defensive line would be the worst in the league if they traded Quinn and Williams. And they do have good pass rushers. Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson are both fine. So, any girl that has a tongue thing, do they all use it or just some style? What do you mean? I think Aaron Glenn is going to be one of those coaches where he's good, but the team will fail him, he gets fired in very Jets fashion. I agree. I'm with you on that 100%, Damien. I think, Aaron Glenn is this roster, just like it's the same roster pretty much from last year. You could see the strides they've taken where they're not just rolling over and dying in situations, but they're still 0-3, which sucks. I'd move to 1949 Germany. That was like the worst Germany you could, that's like poverty. A loaf of bread in Germany around 1949 costed I think it was something like $300 American dollars. Robert Saleh was a clown. Robert Saleh sucked. Robert Saleh might have been the worst person to ever get a head coaching job in the NFL. My poor fucking injuries. Yeah, that sucks that Jaden Daniels isn't playing, man. Joe Waters, high tears. Okay. They still beat my Raiders. They still found a way. They're really 3 to 5 plays away from being 2-1. 100%. There a couple plays, a couple bounces here and there. The Jets could be 2-1 right now. They're 0-3, so again, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It sucks. We're already currently in America, Connor. We are. 1949 Germany was you want to talk inflation? That was okay. That's crazy. Xavier Gibson fumble in week 1 changed everything. That ball bouncing right into the hands of fucking DK Metcalf. Shane, the country prides itself on inclusive society where people are treated equally regardless of religion, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, age, or disability. Well, Shane, here's the thing. Shane, you mind me asking, ethnicity-wise, are you white, black, because a lot of Europe is, you could go to a lot of places in Europe and, it's very racist over there. Extremely. Also, Sweden is generally considered welcoming to those who wish to move there. If that's the case, then that's great. I don't know much about Sweden, but I know a lot of places aren't. America is nothing like World War II Germany. That's a stupid thing to say. It's not at all. It's not even close. Why is Donald Trump mad and wants revenge on everybody? Because he's too much of a baby to just like block out the haters. When you're the president, when you're running the country, you shouldn't be worried about what people are saying about you. I'm white. My ancestry is majority European. Then you shouldn't have a problem going over there. I just think like a lot of European nations tend to be racist. Japan is the most racist country. Oh, those Asian nations are the worst when it comes to racism. And Japan is as bad as it gets. Sweden looks lovely. I've researched it. It looks great. I'd love to go to Sweden. America is next to be invaded by Islam. I don't know about that. I don't think so. America is definitely like the Third Reich. It is not. No, it's not. Not a chance. Britain is finally cracking down on immigration. How is it like the Third Reich, Jocelyn? Could you like give me a couple examples? Other than the fact that like there's a group like Turning Point USA that's Christian nationalist, because I feel like you're going to say the words Christian nationalist a bunch, or you're going to say the word Nazi, and I don't think you totally get what the word Nazi means. And I'm not trying to attack you, Jocelyn. It's just a conversation. We're having to talk. I think a lot of people use that word not understanding what it really means. Yeah, Japan's bad, but tell Japan to book me a ticket to help with my family breeding program. I'm going to be a handsmaid soon. I'm very Christian. I love God. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. Jocelyn is too smart to say dumb things like that. It's not even close. We're not even near that. We're nowhere near that. Like I said, if anything, we're closer to the idea of like a civil war, which is still not going to happen. America is nothing like the Third Reich. No, not even close. I'm Jewish and I love God. Listen, you're everybody's entitled to their own religion. USA has turned into like a third world country. Derek, there's no way you've ever seen what a third world country looks like if you think USA has turned into that. That's crazy. No chance. No shot. What'd you say, Shane? I'm sorry. I'm British, Italian, German, Scottish, Irish. Nice. Yeah, Euler, what are you talking about? I don't know where you're going. Yeah, Derek, that's insane. And Ardell, I'm sure Ardell will tell you. I'm what we call a mutt, big time. Thoughts on the Knicks' potential next year, especially with the East Super Week? I think the Knicks should win the East next year. They are, in my opinion, the best team going into the year. I think there's some young up-and-coming teams like the Magic and the Detroit Pistons that are both going to be good. I still think the Celtics are going to be good. I still think the Pacers are going to be pretty good. But until they get their big guns back like Halliburton and Tatum, there's a wide opening. And the Cavs are going to be good too. I can't forget about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're going to be good. I think the Knicks are the best team in the East in terms of talent on paper right now. I think they're going to win the East. Seriously, Euler is that guy that mixes drinks with his finger instead of a spoon. Oh, yo, that's hilarious. What do you think of ice? See, Mike, here's my opinion of ice. I think they're being told what to do. I think people that are getting mad at ICE agents are looking at the wrong thing. You know, ICE agents have a job to do. It's just like anything. It's just like me and you. Like, we go out, we go to work, we have to do what we're told. It doesn't, I think people are mad at the wrong thing. Like, if you want to be mad at something, be mad at the administration that's telling them where to go. I think ICE agents, I wouldn't say completely, but some characteristics. What do you mean? But you go out there, you have ICE agents who are doing a job, they're doing what they're told because they have to put food on their fucking family's table. It's a thug group. I don't think it is. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. What about the West next year? Your prediction seeding all the way down to the play-in? I don't know. Let me think. Let me think about that. I'll get back to that. But what I'm saying is, you know, these ICE agents have a job to do. They have orders to follow. You know, it's one of those things. ICE agents should have the right to hide their identity. Look at the state of the world now. People who say they shouldn't hide their identity, I think it's the smartest thing they could do. They have to hide their identity. They're people that they're part of the community. You know, they're doing a job. They're being told what to do. There's no like, you know, to blame them for what's going on. They have orders. They have marching orders. It sucks in some ways. I get that. But you know, they have to cover their faces. They have to cover their identity because people will just go out and be like, hey, look at him. There's the ICE agent. Well, should be my little boo thing for Halloween. No. I find it hard to just leave the United States, especially when I have built a life here. It's hard to just leave. That's a stupid take. Of course they have to wear masks. 100%. They have to. And I don't understand why people I don't understand why they wear masks. Because of crazy people that will dox them and go to their house and ruin their life. I should not be afraid and stop covering themselves. Derek, would you go out and do something like that? You're so against them. You're so against the ICE yourself. Like, if you found out your neighbor was an ICE agent, would you look at them differently? They have to because of people like you. No offense, Derek. I'm not trying to just single you out. People that are so against them. Oh, timeout Euler already, but and Derek, I'm not saying you would do anything act of violence, but there are too many people that would. I think Katie could still get 23 points per game. I think Katie's going to be fine. No mod. I kind of like the no mod system. It's kind of nice because I blocked Euler, no worries. If he keeps going with it, I'll time him out for a day. But that's the thing. These people have jobs. These ICE agents are doing a job. I understand that, people might not agree with it. It comes down to it where at the end of the day, you have to look at it from the perspective of these guys are given orders. They're told what to do. It sucks sometimes. I get that. But I know what you're going to say. You're going to compare them to, the Gestapo and all that shit. It's not the same thing. It's not. Hold on. I can't even get the stream up right now. But they hide their identity so people can't find them and people can't ruin their lives. Everyone should block Euler. I can't even get my chat up right now. That sucks. Hold on. Let's see if I can figure this out. Where am I? Gave Euler a 10-minute timeout. Maybe he'll come back. Damien, I think you could get 25 points per game. Wait, what do you think about the Falcons after last week's showing? I was high on the Falcons. I'm not that high on them now. I think the Falcons are very whatever. I just seen a tow away an ICE vehicle. Damn. Shane, no, but it seems like it would be neat to live there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about Europe. I don't know anything about living there. I don't know how easy it would be to do it. Love this community. It's fun, man. We have a good time here. We're allowed to have conversations. We do it. Jocelyn, I seen that same video. Funny shit. Again, they were running for it. It was so funny. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of obstruction in a way, though, isn't it? Wouldn't that be obstruction of justice? I feel like that truck could probably get in trouble. I don't know. Whatever. I hope people will wake up and realize that illegal immigration is bad. Look at the UK. I mean, the UK is awful right now. But that's on a much higher scale because of how small the UK is. No, because they parked all jacked up. Well, were they doing something? I don't even know the video you're talking about. If I become wealthy, I want a second home in Ireland. That'd be great. Shane, California, but I had the money and job already to actually be able to do it. I would. Or possibly even Ireland. The UK is fucked. The UK is a disaster. I think it's time the world recognized that Arizona needed to move on from Kyler. I agree, Damien. I think Kyler Murray's way too small. I think we saw it. Immigrants built America. I agree, Jocelyn. I don't disagree with that. My second home would be in New Zealand only because I like the way they say Eminem. Well, I'm sad because what if tonight, my last night, I worry every night, my last night, wake up, my heart sank typing this. Shane, you can't live like that, man. Live every day like it's your last. Don't do that. Don't be afraid of that. If that's the case, go out and do whatever, do what's going to make you happy. UK is so overrated, my take, go anywhere. Yeah, I've been to London one time. It was cool, but it's like New York City, but more expensive. Which it's really cool, but way more expensive. Viva la Dirt League. I love these guys. Joe, say hi to Gain Chillis for me. Yeah, true. Gain will be down there. Play is Adam Vinatieri, first ballot Hall of Famer. I think easily he's the best kicker of all time. Vinatieri? He's up there. Like Vinatieri or Justin Tucker, one of them. I want to go to trade school for automotive to be a mechanic. People are always going to need cars. If the UK had more guns like America, maybe less Muslims, I'll leave my thought at that. Again, I think when you bring religion into anything, it complicates everything. The problem is there's too many people there that are like just running around doing whatever they want. I was working who won the Phillies game and the Mets game. Thank you. I'm fucking blocking Italian water ice right now. Big. But Adam Vinatieri is probably the clutchest kicker of all time. Clutchest. That's the word we'd look for. My heart's ain't realizing that. Shane, you can't fear that. I think about it all the time. Like, I could go out and die tomorrow. I think about it constantly. You know, shit. Almost lost my water. How is Simeon Rice not in the Hall of Fame already? He should have been 100%. I don't know why he isn't. Shane, you seem like a glass half empty guy. You got to be a glass half full guy. You got to look at it as like, you have this opportunity, you only live once. Do you deep throat the whole boot? Wait, what? Cowboys kicker is a bad... He's unbelievable. Brandon Aubrey? Insane. Nothing is guaranteed. Shane, that's the thing. Go out there, live your life to the fullest at all times. That's all you can do, man. Sorry, my nuts. Everybody's trash. Player TikTok followers might think you're hiding because the Phillies... Mets, Philly. No, Derek, I have a video ready to go tomorrow. I already have it put together. It was just too late when I did it. Trust me, I have something good ready to go tomorrow. Don't worry. I did not forget about them. I like to keep them waiting. I like to keep them antsy because it makes them all like, it makes them go crazy. I figured it out. When I post videos too often, they don't do very well. But when I make the people wait a little bit, I got people looking for me. People never die. We live in a simulation. If we die, we don't even know it. That's true. You got a good point there. But I like to keep the people waiting because then I see, like, I can see when people look at my profile and, like, I see them looking and they're dying for something. I'll give it to them when the time comes. But I have something ready to go tomorrow. Don't you worry. Like, we don't talk about how fast everyone made 50-plus common. 50-plus? What do you mean 50? Oh, field goals. Yeah. I mean, the field goal kickers have just gotten so insane. Tons of helicopters flying over me towards D.C. right now. I'll be right back. Let me know what goes on. Funny story, there was this Blue Lives Matter rally. I was going to show up in a pig costume. But are you tired? Not yet. I'm getting there, though. Like, we don't talk how fast. It's true. You can see when people look at your profile. On TikTok, you can. I'm not afraid of death. I go to heaven. I was just hoping to see the long light. I see. I get what you're saying. What do you let people buy houses, cars, pay taxes, and then kick them out back to the country? See, Mike, I'm a big believer that, you know, it should be easier for people to be able to become citizens here. I think there's a lot of things that, you know, could be changed. And I think, like, there's a lot of, like, okay, you're illegal, you're out of here. Like, it groups up. It's the same thing that I said before. You can't you can't put together a whole group of people. You can't put them all in the same category when there's a few bad apples. There are people that are here illegally that can't get any citizenship and stuff that I think need more help. We need to be able to give these people citizenship easier. It needs to be something that's an easier attainable feat. That's the way I see it. Undocumented immigrants pay taxes too. Let's remember that. It's true. I think people need to have easier access to becoming citizens. That's all I'm saying. Maybe not too easy. Like, I don't think, like, I think then that becomes a security issue, obviously. But somewhat easier. I know people who did good for so long. I got a guy I work with. This guy, Miguel. Took him, like, he was here for, like, 30 years. It took him to get his citizenship. Land of the free, what happened to that? It's basically dead. No, it isn't. When Biden let 25 million come in here, he fucked all the... Yeah, exactly. It was... I agree with you 100% on that, Ardell. It was Joe Biden just allowing migrants to come in here free, like, just giving an open door that fucked everybody over. Can't be free under capitalism. You got to go to other places. Like Ardell will tell you, if you go to other places in the world, you'll understand how good we have it here. What runs a society? People were in hotels, free food, and complained it wasn't good enough. Yeah, I know. They were housed. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I was like, can I get one of those rooms? That would have been fucking sick. I disagree. I think as a country, we should help people who are in war-torn areas and are struggling. I think we should be more stringent otherwise. Jocelyn ain't free with fascists running the country. No fascists are running the country, Derek. You keep throwing the word fascist around to make somebody sound worse than what they are because you don't agree with them. That's it. That's the only thing. You learn these big words because they sound really bad, and you throw it at somebody because you just don't agree with the guy. That's all it is. I mean, Switzerland or Greenland wouldn't be bad. Switzerland and Greenland are probably great places. They're expecting tons more. It was disgusting. Jocelyn's still mad about... well, that's a whole other issue. We had turkey Reubens today, turkey kraut, and bacon blue burger. That sounds phenomenal. The turkey Reuben sounds fantastic, dude. Fuck. Italian water ice. Every time you come in here and tell me what you were chefing up, it kills me. Funny thing is, most of these dumb fucks don't even know what fascists are. Listen, I didn't say dumb fuck. I'm not calling anybody dumb fucks, but like, I think people just use the word fascist, use the word Nazi without really understanding what they're saying. Take a blinker, man. Who, me? We need to take care of our own veterans and homeless first before feeding the ones that sneak. Joe, I'm with you on that. There's so many homeless veterans. Like, I see what happened to my uncle at the end of his life. It was so fucking sad, dude. My uncle Joe was somebody I grew up with him. He went to Vietnam. He was very close to me, and he had horrible PTSD where, like, if he was in a room full of anybody, like, he couldn't go to family outings. He couldn't do anything because if he was in a room of too many people, he'd start getting nervous and start, like, it was terrible. And, like, at the end of his life, like, you know, he was in the VA for, like, so long, and, like, they gave up on his care. We didn't even know he was out on the streets for a little bit, and then he ended up, like, honestly, the most humane thing that happened to him was him dying, and it's a fucked up thing to say. But, like, he was out on the streets for a little bit. We brought him back in, and then, like, he ended up dying, like, about a month later. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to be, and it sucks, man. It's a mean thing to say, but, like, the VA couldn't take care of him anymore, which is fucking crazy. And now we're, like, doing shit like, you know, we're so open and willing to help people from other countries. Personally, I think here's the thing. I think it's horrible. Like, I think it's an insensitive thing to say, but we need to worry about what's going on here before we start worrying about what's going on everywhere else. It's like, you know, we always fucking stick our necks into things that we don't belong in sometimes. And it creates such an issue here when there's already people here that fought for our country, did things for our country that don't get the same help. The VA improved under Obama and Trump, but it still sucks. Yeah, it's still not great. The VA is still not great. I mean, Ardell, you'd know better than me. I just saw my grandfather and uncle go through it, and it was like every time it was like a fucking fight. But that was pre-Obama, my grandfather. Biden was a fucking clown. Biden just let anybody do whatever. But I think Joe Biden was one of the worst presidents we ever had. That's why personally, that's why I was so heavily into the Republican Party. I was hoping they didn't pick Donald Trump, but I probably would have. You saw your birthday in his birthday suit? Who? America First was why I wanted Trump to win in 2024. When religion people try to discredit science, that's insane as well. What do you mean? Oh, well, I agree. I think when people try to use religion to explain something, it doesn't, you know, they don't believe in dinosaurs. Who? Religion? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's scientific proof there's dinosaurs, and you're right that they don't. I think Biden and Bush were two of the worst presidents ever. Joe Biden did more than half the presidents we had in America. Prove me wrong. Prove me right. Prove yourself right. What did he do that was so good? We run our cars off dinosaur bones? What, like, I think Joe Biden did so much to, like, bring the country down. Like, he was letting it, in terms of foreign policies, other countries were pretty much just running fucking rampant on us. Trump is the top 3 worst ever. I don't think that's true. I think Trump is bad, especially like his what do you call it? His presence, his like actual like physical presence as a president, I think is probably one of the worst. But actual top 3 worst, I don't totally agree with that. The worst thing Biden did was choose Harris as his VP. Biden let us all down. Biden just let other countries run fucking rampant on us. He handed fucking the Ukraine billions of dollars. Like, why did we get involved with that? I think we got to control our own fucking issues here before we start jumping into others. I get, like, the idea of Russia expanding is not great. Definitely top 5. I don't know. Trump is a felon? Our military exit? How about I saw a video today where, like, Kamala Harris literally said during her debate, somebody filmed it live, where she was like, there's no troops in war zones. And the guy turns the camera around and he goes, then where the fuck am I right now? Trump lived with Epstein? Jason, you still didn't say what Joe Biden did that was so good. Trump is a felon. I get that. Biden completely fumbled. I'm asking, Jason, you said Biden did so much for the country. What did he do? Like, I think Joe Biden set this country back so many fucking years because he allowed foreign nations and he just allowed everybody to walk all over us. That's the problem that happened. We became a fucking group of pussies in the 4 years that Joe Biden was running the country. Again, I'm not a Trump supporter by any means, but I thought Joe Biden was hard. Oh, I'm rage baiting? I see. Listen, I don't care. I'm not a Trump supporter by any means. I get it, Jason. All right, that was good. You got me there. He made the best Sleepy Joe edits out there. Look, I got to the point with Joe Biden, like, the 17 helicopters. Let me see if I see anything. I'll say with Joe Biden, it got to the point where, like, obviously I always wanted him to succeed. It got, like, upsetting because it felt like I was watching my grandfather run the country, like, or my grandfather who was, like, senile. Could it be that Donald Trump was flying back from the Ryder Cup, maybe, Joe? Do you think that could have been it? Jocelyn, I don't think anyone blocked you. Flay runs the other stream simultaneously. Yeah, Jocelyn, I got the vertical and horizontal stream run at the same time. Some people might be in one or the other. Maybe it's just Trump traveling back, Joe, but I don't know. Maybe not with 17 helicopters. Joe Biden was the worst commander-in-chief in American history. See, I think that's tough. I'd have to look back on some others, but I think, like, especially with foreign policy, I don't think we ever had a worse president, like, in terms of dealing with other nations. Everyone in the military knows that. I mean, you see it firsthand. Okay, Commander, you're saying Commander-in-Chief. You're right. Like, Commander-in-Chief is exactly what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. I watched Trump come back from the Vatican, and he didn't come back with 17 other helicopters. He was so weak. He just let everybody walk all over us. And like I said, it was like watching my fucking grandfather with dementia run the country. It was sad. Like, I liked Joe Biden when he was the vice president. If Joe Biden ran for president instead of Hillary Clinton, I would have voted for him in 2016. I thought Joe Biden was great with Obama. I thought he was a great fucking vice president. Majority of these countries hate Trump. You know why they hate Trump? Because he can't walk over us anymore. Derek, it's not because of anything they don't hate Donald Trump for any other reason other than we're not a fucking pushover anymore. He wasn't running it, someone we didn't elect. Exactly. Biden was also awful at the same time. Bush is responsible for millions of lies by listening to Israel. Yeah. I'm not going to not condemn George Bush. I think George Bush got us in situations we shouldn't have been in. Hear me out, Mike Pence for president. I mean, if I'm looking at Democratic candidates, Trump makes America a laughingstock. No, he doesn't, Derek. No, he has other countries looking at us like, oh, we can't take whatever they fucking give us anymore. Bush was a douche. Bush was terrible. Bush was an idiot, too. Like, Bush was, like, not, had, like, a 0 IQ. I don't even know how he got in there in the first place. Spotlights, too? Uh-oh. Joe, I'm going to keep looking. I don't think Mike Pence should be the president, no. I'm not in on Mike Pence. I'd be more in on J.D. Vance, personally. I think J.D. Vance is a great president. Not president. I think he's somebody I listen to and I trust. But we'll see. I'd like to see who the Democratic candidate is before I start doing that. And I shouldn't be telling you guys shit like this. I said I wouldn't. Like, again, I'd have to see who the candidates are, and I would never tell you guys who I'm voting for, because I think that's something for you to decide. I apologize for even saying that. But I think he could be a good potential candidate. Same sort of no-nonsense shit. Like, like Derek, when you talk about shit, J.D. Vance will win unless the Dems get their shit together. So being a bully is what it takes to be a president? To other nations? Yes, Mike. What are you talking about? To other countries? 100%. I prefer a bully over a fucking pushover. What are you, nuts? You have to be a little bit of a bully if you're going to run the country. If you're just going to be a pushover, like, Mike, I don't think... Read what you just said back. You have to be a little bit of a bully. You just have to. It's insane not to be. Foreign policy is literally bullying the fucking other countries. That's what it's about. Biden passed the American Rescue Plan. He signed the Infrastructure Jobs Act. He passed the Inflation Reduction Act. He also passed PACT Act. Also the CHIPS and Science Act. And none of that did anything. Hey, we're gonna lower inflation. Great. It didn't. It didn't lower inflation. The Infrastructure Jobs Act. Great. Didn't add any more jobs. None of it did anything. It was a lot of smoke and fucking mirrors. But, like, to say, oh, so you got to be a bully to be the president? Yes. The Inflation Reduction Act is the funniest thing. It's not, inflation isn't something that just, hey, let's get rid of inflation. It's the market. Your gas prices coming down? No. Listen, that's a bigger issue with foreign policy, with gas prices. You're right. Gas prices haven't gotten any better. But did they get better in the 4 years with Joe Biden? Not really. Here, I'll look it up right now. The reason I was so mad at Biden was because of how fucking high the gas prices went. That was one of the biggest issues I had. By the way, the president does not set gas prices. Exactly. It doesn't, it's not the same thing. Oh, so it wasn't the fault of the president? I never said it was. Trump said he would stop war one day. Did he do that? Trump said he would make grocery prices go down easily. Didn't he do that? He didn't do that either. Presidents don't set the market. When Donald Trump comes into a situation, and listen, I'm not defending Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter by any means, but you got to look at it from a realistic perspective here. Trump comes into a situation where the previous president pretty much left the door wide open to our fucking pockets and our bank accounts. Like, pretty much, he basically handed fucking Ukraine a debit card for a bank account and handed all these countries so much money that put us in fucking shambles. You know, it takes a while to fucking fix that, and it's going to take a while. I don't know if there's a president that set us back farther in history than Joe Biden. Trump is full of shit with the words he says. Like what? That's what Brain Dead Right said for 4 years? What? Where I live under Biden, gas was $4 now it's $2.50 a gallon. Again, the gas prices and the president almost have nothing to do with each other. It's like certain things potentially, but it's like you can't point the finger at the president on that. President. I have gone through both sides' potential candidates for 2028, and they all seem compromised by Israel and other lobbies. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Listen, I'm just saying, when you have other countries that were using us as pretty much bank loans that we knew they were never going to pay back, the country's fucked. Man, Trump is doing the same shit that Biden did with the Ukraine, with Israel. He's given them billions of dollars over the past few months. Listen, I don't agree with that either. Again, Israel's an ally. I don't think we should be fucking giving them shit either. What did Trump stick with it? Wait, what promise did Trump stick with this, with the question? Wait, what? No, I'm saying, what is he full of shit with? I asked, what is he full of shit? Joe Biden is not the president anymore. Concentrate on Donald Trump. Listen, I don't think Donald Trump, I think a lot of things Donald Trump is doing is tough. But I think it's hard when you take over a job that was so fucked up by a guy like Joe Biden. I don't think Joe Biden ran the country into the ground. Should Trump be allowed to censor people who don't support Israel and support Palestine? No, but should Joe Biden be able to fucking censor people who post YouTube videos? No. Like, why don't we talk about that, Derek? Why? It's a two-way street. I agree that Trump shouldn't be censoring people who don't support Israel. I'm with you on that. I think that's terrible. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. I also think it's something we shouldn't be involved in. It's a crisis going on in the Middle East. Why we're getting involved, we shouldn't be. It's us sticking our fucking hands in issues we shouldn't be in. That's my opinion. Fuck, I hate defending Trump. So do I. I'm not trying to defend him at all. I don't want to defend Donald Trump even a little bit. I'm glad Trump won, but he lost me with the handling of the Epstein situation. Here's the thing about the Epstein situation, which I agree, I wish the Epstein files would come out. The reason the Epstein files aren't coming out, and I said this when Joe Biden was the president, they'll never come out because everybody's going to be fucked. That's something that is higher than even Donald Trump. That's something that was higher than Joe Biden. There are too many people that are going to be on that list that are going to ruin so many lives for people of high power. That's why we're never going to see that list no matter what. It'll never happen. He promised the war is over with the first 24 hours. He also promised to release Epstein files. He also promised he'd lower the cost of living. It's still high. Again, the war thing, yeah, he set a plan in place. It hasn't worked. I agree with you on that. The Epstein files are never going to come out. Never going to happen. It was never going to happen. The Epstein files are never coming out. We're never going to see them. Don't ever get your hopes up. He also promised to lower the cost of living. He can't do that. That's not how that works. He can't just say, all right, guys, bring the prices down. Doesn't work. Because, and for one, it's a lot to do with the fact that Joe Biden handed our money away for nothing. Because he was a pushover as president. It's a fucking disaster. And nobody set our country back. That's why I was going to vote. If Joe Biden was running for president, I was voting for whoever ran against him. I hated that it was Donald Trump. Trust me. I don't like Donald Trump. Trump scared Karens across America, telling them immigrants were eating their guinea pigs. That was insane. See, Trump says shit that is absolutely fucking asinine that he shouldn't be spreading. I think people with big hats are smarter than people with normal-sized hats. I agree. Thanks. Jocelyn is still his first year. Give him time. Look, not a lot has come to fruition yet. I'll give him sometime, but it's 25 million people flooded across the border unvetted. Why is that so hard to understand? It shouldn't be. Trump is literally trying to distract people from the Epstein list so badly to the point where he wants the documents of Amelia Earhart. Again, Derek, I still think this is something coming from a higher level. The fact that Trump was so open to fucking opening them in the first place, probably knowing he is on the list, I'd be more shocked if he wasn't on it. I'm not saying he's trying to I'm sure there's a part of it that might be defending himself, but at the end of the day, nobody's ever going to release those files. We're never going to see them. There's too many names on there that would ruin the what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? The establishment of our country would ruin the fucking base of our country as a whole. Law and order, nothing can exist without it. Joe did not give our money away when Trump placed tariffs for generations to come. I mean, dude, Joe was handing money out. What do you mean? The tariffs are working if you all know what's up? I mean, it takes time. Tariffs take a while, but that's like the extreme measures you got to take when our country was just given away. This is right. Joe Biden did an awful job, but he's not the president anymore. We're still trying to fix his fucking mistakes, Mike. That's the problem. Agree, Jocelyn, the FBI director is the worst. He should never be the FBI director. You think Kash Patel's the issue? Tariffs suck ass. Listen, I don't know. I think the tariffs take time. I think the idea of the tariffs makes sense because other countries are doing it to us. You know that, right? You know these other countries have been doing it to us for years. I was talking to Flay, but not seeing. I'm sorry, Flay didn't see it. What did I see? I seen J.D. Vance at church. Could have been less than 10 feet away. Oh, that's crazy. That's sick. Did you say anything to him? The consumers have to pay for it, so Trump is taking money from people to do tariffs. Kash Patel sucks. I think, listen, Kash Patel, I think, is he doesn't answer any questions, and that pisses me off. I feel like he's just very broad in everything he says. The consumer pays the consumer pays them the tariffs. Other countries have been fucking us over since 1971 using tariffs. That's the thing, Jocelyn. We're paying the consumer tariffs so that people start buying stuff here. The idea is to, if it's not worth buying it from somewhere else, it's so it creates the product being bought here. It's going to take a while. It's a shitty thing. Don't get me wrong. It sucks that I can't order fucking something off of DHgate now without it costing $1 million. Play trays. We take your cat. I like that. That's great. And hold your ash. That's amazing. The problem is these countries have been fucking us with that for years. We are the consumers. We are splitting the bill. It takes time, Jocelyn. It's something. It's not a 2-day fix. Kash Patel is lying about the Epstein situation blatantly and protecting pedophiles. He's a piece of shit. Again, I think that's something above Kash Patel's pay grade. That is something. It's never going to come out because there are too many people in prominent positions that are going to be fucked because of it. I think he just is a scapegoat because he's sitting there. He's a fucking horrible FBI director, trying to hide Epstein files when he said it was under FBI orders, then tries to say he can only release what court allows, such bullshit. Again, he's a guy in a situation that he probably is way too big for his fucking britches. I think he doesn't answer any questions and it sucks. But the problem is, again, I'll say it over and over again, when there's people in positions of power, the people that are higher power than whatever we're looking at, they're never going to let their Epstein files be released. It's never going to happen. Don't even ever expect to see it. Yeah, but American companies boost small local businesses, but it's harder to start up and those products are expensive. 100%. I know, it takes a while. Y'all notice lately we don't get certain things anymore. The gas stations where I live can't get cups, lids anymore. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what'll happen. It takes time. It sucks. Do scapegoats play RuneScape? Great question. Great game. Does he play RuneScape? Is that a thing? Kash Patel went on a whole press tour about how Epstein files need to be released, and then when he was selected, he started lying directly to us. Again, because once he got put in that position, there's probably somebody that brought him into a room and was like, hey, shut the fuck up. I think you're not understanding that it's a higher issue here. Goated, what's up, man? How are we? Which football game? That's not an excuse, man. Children were assaulted. Lying to defend the people is evil. No, it is an excuse when you don't understand what these higher powers are doing. Listen, I think if it was up to him, he would release the files tomorrow. The problem is it's not up to him. When you get in a position like Kash Patel is in, it's like, hey, do you like the career we just handed you? Do you like the fucking high-ass job, the high-paying job you have? Or do you want to shut the fuck, you know what I mean? Again, you're a real tough guy until you get punched in the mouth. Brady Smeagol, remember the name. Same happened to that sniper guy from Trump question, Kirk question. Yeah. No, he wouldn't he's all over that list. Again, we can agree to disagree. I get it. I think MMA, in your situation, I think it's easy to look at it from your spot. Like, obviously, the moral thing to do would be to release him. The problem is, for a guy like that, he's got a pretty fucking good life. He's the FBI director. He's making as much money as he's making. I'm sure somebody brought him into a room and was like, hey, cut that out. Smigel? Oh, Smigel. Okay. Brady Smigel. What position? Honestly, I think if Trump somehow had all the files on a USB, he's ballsy enough to leak it, but they would never let him have that. Exactly. They're never going to let anybody do it. They're never going to let anybody leak it. It's never going to happen. There's no chance. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Exactly. You could say, hey, if I was the FBI director, I'd release the files. Yeah, until they're waterboarding you in a basement telling you you're not releasing the files. Our quarterback committed to Michigan. Our coach is Cam Rising, by the way. Oh, shit, really? Oh, that's sick. Cam Rising's the man. Since you know a lot, explain the Epstein files. What do you mean, do I know a lot? I'm saying there's no way they're ever going to be released. When there's people of high power, you always got to follow the money. There's too many people of high power that are going to be on that list that there's no way they're going to release it. I don't know, what do you want me to explain about the Epstein files? It's pretty much a list of people that went to his island and shit. Kash Patel is clearly covering up for some pay. Yeah. Democrats wouldn't release the files either. Exactly. That's the thing. Now that the Republicans are in charge, the Democrats are going, hey, look, they're not releasing it either. The Democrats had the chance to do it. They didn't do it because they can't, because neither one of them can. It's not a Democrat and Republican issue. There's barriers to go through to release that. You have to persuade all those people in the security line somehow. That shit ain't coming. It's never. We are never seeing the Epstein files. Don't even question it. It's never going to happen. It's them saving their ass. 100%. It's everybody saving their ass. It's Democrats, it's Republicans, it's everybody. Epstein was an agent for Israeli intelligence. Fuck, I just call you. Okay. I'm just saying, from my perspective, it is equal for all involved on both sides of the aisle who put their individual career over the truth. Yeah. Y'all notice Epstein was killed before the 2020 election. What does that have to do with anything? Jeffrey Epstein was killed because of the same thing. Stop. You guys have to stop trying to piece together political parties and stuff when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein. It's not about politics. It's about the high-powered society, the people of the 1% in the nation that pretty much run everything. That's the people who are fucked. It's not Democrats. It's not Republicans. It's everybody. Jeffrey Epstein was going to die the day he got into prison. It's amazing that Ghislaine Maxwell is still alive. I don't know how she's still fucking kicking. Just know they exist, but you'll never see it for real like Santa. Any version we'll get is a mail. Yeah, 100%. Open your eyes past Trump bad. It's much deeper than that. Don't be dumb. Exactly. People said Trump often. People can say whatever they want. I could say Joe Biden went in there and shot him. Is that true? No. You listen to everything you hear on Twitter? It's insane. It's not about the Democrats. It's not about the Republicans. There's too many high-powered figures. New release Epstein files from House oversight. Democrats reveal contact with high-profile figures, including Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Steve Bannon, Prince Andrew. Her name is Ghislaine, not Jillian. What did I say? I said Ghislaine, didn't I? Ghislaine Maxwell? Ghislaine Max. Whatever. Same thing. Sounds the same. The game High on Life. Aliens that can invade humans, they get high on life. That Biden lookalike was hilarious. We all saw it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But, again, once you stop trying to make it a political thing about the Epstein files, it'll make more sense. If you're on the Epstein files, you're automatically guilty. Are you automatically guilty? I think you definitely have to look into it. Yes, if you're on the Epstein list, then there's a reason you're on there. He walked out on stage with his wife, and his wife was in 5-inch heels. Yeah. Crazy. But if you're on that list, then obviously they need to start digging. You got to think, people who are on that list, they kept a fucking detailed flight log. If you flew to that island, there's not a lot of good going on Epstein's island. I don't say... I think at the end of the day, you still have to do innocent until proven guilty, no matter who's on the list. But it's a bad look if you're on it. And the reason it's never going to come out is because it's going to affect too many people. I'll bet the names on the list would shock all. So I agree. There's going to be names on there that you would have never expected. I'm sure of it. I'm not going to say anything because I don't even want to like put it out there that might be people on the list. But there are going to be people on that list that you're going to be like, oh my God. Like you are going to be stunned. But it's never coming out. And on both sides, on both political parties, around the world, anything. I think I lost the connection here. Hold on. Let me refresh chat. He not letting any Mogo leave without paid in blackmail. 100%. RFK is open that he has been on Epstein's plane, which I respect. At least he's honest about that. See, I don't know if that's respectable, but imagine Michael Jordan or Mike Tyson or some shit. That's the thing. You might get somebody like that. You might get somebody again, I don't want to name any names because I don't want to put that out there. But there are going to be people in there. You're going to be like, oh shit. Ardell, I'm a believer in giving those the benefit of the doubt. I mean, dude, I've been invited to parties that turn into eyes wide shut scenarios, but nothing gross or illegal. Listen, we've all been in situations like that, which is fucking crazy. Like, I've been to stuff like that where it turned into one of those, I went to a party, it was a fucking drug party where everybody had to reach in and grab, I was going to say, respect for RFK. I don't know, no, I would never, why would you ever admit that, first of all? Whatever. We can't guess, we can only assume that it's many. Exactly. We have no idea who's going to be on that when the time comes. We have no idea who's going to be on the list. When it comes out, if it ever does, which it will not, then we can know for sure. But it won't come out because too many people are going to get fucked. Imagine Tylenol is on the Epstein list. That's all they did. They went there and popped Tylenol. Oh my God. You'll see. The day ever comes. Imagine if Kool-Aid Man, whoa. Imagine that, but why? Imagine that, but wait, what? RFK has been through hell. Leave that man alone. Wow, probably Joe Rogan too. Listen, I'm not naming names. I'm not going to say names. That was a chat thing. You don't know. I'm not ever going to name any names of people who I would expect to be on it because... Except the fucking Clintons. And other than that, there's really no reason to speculate. Taras Romaniuk is on the... Who? Said Estate and asked to... Wait. He said he used his plane to fly domestically in the USA because he needed to go somewhere. I doubt Joe Rogan, but LeBron on the Epstein list. Look, there's going to be people on it. Clinton's, Trump, and Bill Gates are the only guarantee. There's a few there. Bill in a blue dress. That picture, I saw that thing. That is... Oh, Clintons are scum. The Clintons are the worst people on the planet. Definitely Trump, but y'all wouldn't believe it. Look, until I see the list, like I said, Trump and Epstein were around each other a lot. I'd probably be more shocked if he wasn't on the list. But again, you have to remember, a lot of people like to put, and I'm not trying to defend Donald Trump here. I think he more than, again, if Clinton's on the list, whatever. Everybody Republican, Democrat. Problem is, what people don't realize is Jeffrey Epstein was a very prominent human being in America for a while. He was at a lot of these big parties because, he was just a prominent figure. It's a fucked up thing to look at the end. It's kind of like when, you find out your neighbor killed, 50 people. You have a serial killer for a neighbor. It's I feel like a lot of these people that, were in pictures of them, and I'm not defending, again, this can defend the Clintons, this could defend Trump, this could defend anybody. There's people in pictures with this guy because he was at a lot of these parties. Does it guarantee that people know what he was doing? No, because you never know. A lot of people have fucking skeletons in their closet. They're going to make a false list and release it. That's why it's taking so long. Prominent figure, prominent pants. If Biden was named on that list, motherfuckers would lose their shit there. Exactly. If anybody was on the list. If there are people that are going to be on that list that you're going to be like, holy shit, if it ever comes out. That's all I'm saying. I assume Trump is on the list. I do not assume he did anything bad. That isn't fair. You could say that, you could assume anybody that's on that list. Then obviously they have to dig deeper into what was going on and what happened when they went there. Not everybody who went there had to do gross shit. Yeah, who knows? I don't know what went on there. I have no idea. I think It's Always Sunny hit the nail on the head with that, with Frank Reynolds, saying he was on the Epstein list because he went there snorkeling. I think that was so good. If the list comes out, it's going to be a leak. Yeah, and that's it. That's the only way it'll ever come out. It won't come out. Here comes the excuses. What excuses? Listen, if you're on that list, they have to interview you. They have to take a look and make sure what you were doing there. Trump loved all those underage girls. Justin, I'm saying he probably went there. They will make a false release and not have major people to hide and save them. 100%. There's going to be some people taking a fucking bullet. It isn't fair for me to assume actions once there. Well, here's the thing. I don't know what the deal was on the island. We have no idea what went on when people got there. No matter who went, who knows. The problem is there was a giant sex trafficking ring that was through that island. So you have to assume the worst when it comes to it. Blaze bidets with clean your crack up to your sack. I like that. Smithy, you get me, dude. See something? I don't think I'm going to hang on here much longer. Sweating a little bit. Dude, I found a channel on YouTube that just plays Most Extreme Elimination Challenge 24/7. Fucking sick. Diddy will get out of jail. That's fucked up. 100% he's going to get out, and it's fucking crazy. The way Trump talks and acts, are you shocked that he would be on that list? No. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Diddy, Jocelyn, Diddy, Epstein, Chris Tyson, and David are all best buds there. I mean, people's participation. Should we think they're hiding something? Some fishy shit at Area 51? I mean, there's definitely things going on at Area 51. I think people kind of stopped thinking about that. I've been watching Queso lately. Queso's hilarious. Pissed I missed the stream. We've had a good long talk here. But I think it's time for me to shut it down, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. No comment Area 51. Queso's funny as fuck. That guy's hilarious. Ardell, I'm not going to ask you any further. You know what I have looked at? They got a thing out here on Long Island. You ever hear of Plum Island? Last thing. Plum Island is like the crazy thing. But like when you go out to Orient Point for the ferry on Long Island to go to Connecticut, you go past the place where they go for Plum Island. Some shit goes on out there. USC Illinois going to be on big